Let's do it.
Ready?
Yeah,
Boom.
full quarters.
We're in.
Yeah,
Cheers,
cheers.
Ooh.
That's good. What is that?
This is bootleggers. This is the knuckle sandwich. This is their double IPA.
Okay.
It's very strong, but I figured we'd start with it.
Yeah.
And before anything, what is it, 13? It's 13, isn't it?
Yeah. There's 13.
What's this podcast called?
What? It's called Consistently Off.
Welcome back, everyone. This is number
204.
204 of Consistently Off. We are here with Cory of Taken Days. Oh, yeah, that's your camera right there if you want to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah,
Show
get
the
comfy,
camera is.
get comfy with that. Pull
Yeah.
this in so you can see, and get that. Yeah.
Right
It's
here?
meant to be moved.
Yeah, you can move it as much as
Okay.
you want. It's not.
Yeah, you can go up, you can go back, you can go forward.
Yeah.
Like that? Is that?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
no,
Is
keep
that
going.
okay?
They can't hear you
I
in
would
the
say,
cheap seats.
however you feel like slouching, just pull it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you just move, just make sure it's in.
I'm a sloucher for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
gonna
Cool.
Well, hi. How are you? Welcome to the cast.
I'm
man.
good. Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
I know it probably seems a little like Oliver's not here; he's on the road. But then they would be like a four-top, and now it's just like the two of us. Are like, where were you? What have you been doing?
It turned into an interview more than a podcast.
This is an interrogation.
That's right.
That's why you got the big light on here.
Well, I'm sorry you guys got the most boring member of Taken Days.
What do you know about the Red Scare? We're getting right into Cold War politics. Thanks for coming. It's like kind of overdue, right? I think we were trying to do this like 3 or 4 times.
A while. Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys have been busy. Hey, congrats on the new signing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The new record, when's it come out?
We're thinking January, I think. Yeah.
Start off the new year hard and strong.
Yeah, no, we're
Love
excited.
that.
We're planning on doing, I think, our first single drops September 22nd.
Hell yeah.
And we're doing a single pretty much a month
Okay.
up until the album drop.
That's the idea.
So, yeah, we're even coming up with a really cool music video idea. I don't want to give too much away, but
It rhymes with.
it rhymes with. We're doing this kind of like really cool murder mystery idea.
yeah.
So we're going to be teaming up with the guy who did our last video for How to Come to This.
Yeah, the slasher one.
Yeah,
Great.
exactly. Where we had Michael Myers.
Sweet.
And Michael Myers may make a return in there at some point. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, can you say Michael Myers without getting sued?
Yeah. You know what?
I'm just covering bases.
We haven't gotten sued yet, but only
Okay.
because we haven't been making money.
Okay. As soon as the video pops off.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis is coming straight for you guys.
Glad you have that button. holy crap.
Yeah, it tries to cover all
saves us.
sins. Yeah. What else is this? Oh yeah, it has. It has been a while. Yeah. It has been a while since. When did I see you last? We were. Oh, you saw us in Temecula.
Temecula. I was just telling my
Temecula,
girlfriend.
dude.
So she goes,
Yeah,
were you doing this? She goes, were you doing this podcast? I'm like, we're doing it. I'm like, I don't think she's ever heard of Film Speed or seen you guys. I'm like, no, wait a minute. Holy shit. We were hammered.
Yeah. They did the best version of Bryan Adams. Remember?
It was awesome. You guys were fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, the Taken request things, I'm like, they're not going to do that one. And you guys, sure enough,
Oh yeah.
freaking do that
yeah.
one.
That's
Yeah.
part of the.
Yeah.
That's part of the
Dude,
room.
we got what is it? Ultimate guitar tabs or whatever the fuck on our phones.
Yeah, come on.
That's all we need.
I loved seeing that. You just looking up the guitar and everything and like the lyrics. It was fantastic.
It's an all-time greatest hit we got you. It's a
Yeah.
B-side off the Japanese import. You're singing it, and we're just
Yeah, and we're gonna
count to
struggle.
4, I guess.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
train wreck. Either way,
But-
we should probably get tipped for that.
We
Right,
both
right.
worked in grocery stores and shit for so long that like even songs that you probably shouldn't have heard that were hits that your like your mother's brother listened to.
Yeah, you looked
we
at
know
it.
them all. So like,
You're like,
just,
oh shit, it's 4 chords.
That's
yeah, like
Let's
yeah.
go.
You start playing it, you're like, oh, it's this. I know the fucking harmony. Like, all right.
okay. So as musicians, the 4-chord thing, that's funny. Okay, so with how many songs I've seen you guys play, how many times does that chord progression come up?
Oh god.
You know,
Oh my
the
God.
chord progression. You know what I'm saying?
1465, 46415. Constantly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just-
The Axis of Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, every.
DAG.
Yeah, they were the ones
Play
who basically pointed that
It
out.
is the most successful. I mean, come on. When you're trying to write a
Yeah.
dynamic chorus, guys.
Yeah. No, that's
Guys.
no. It sucks though because every time every time I go back to writing, and I'm like, oh, that would be cool. And then I realize I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
You know, it's those chords again.
Yeah.
You're like, I guess I want to try sevenths now.
Right, yeah, and you're constantly. Well, you guys are. I think you guys are better musicians than we are.
Blah, blah, blah. Subjectivity.
But trying to hit that sweet spot, like when writing a song, it's hard to go back to those like comfortable, places.
Yeah, we are unwilling to do it. I think that's how we get away with not just like always doing the same shit. We're like, no, we've done that before. We're not going to do it again.
That's where I'm at. But like,
I guess ballads. Ballads, you always fucking.
Does it hurt the song to have that mentality? You know, because I remember like as a kid thinking like, oh, I can't play this chord progression because this like band already did it. But that band probably already took it from another chord progression.
Yeah.
There's only so many chord progressions and ways that you can put things together, right? We're at the point where like you're not going to come up with something new, but it's kind of how you flavor it,
Everything's
right?
new.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
your twist on it.
It's your twist
what
on
melody?
it.
What melody are you doing? What rhythm are you doing with that stuff?
Yes.
And I don't mean that.
Bob Dylan doesn't do Bob Dylan as well as other people do Bob Dylan.
You're damn right about that.
That is
know?
so true.
You know?
And you know what's funny? Everybody has a Bob Dylan impression, but it's not that good. That was not bad. That was not bad.
I'm not trying to do a whole thing. I'm just going to give you the
Yeah, I fucking fuck Bob Dylan.
first instrument.
Guitar.
Guitar?
Yeah, guitar. I was 13 years old. It was a buddy in middle school who had convinced me. We'd always talk about, hey, we're going to be in a band.
Sweet.
And we had
Made a pact?
idolized. Wait, what?
You mean like made a pact?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, no, it was like one of those, we were middle school best friends, right? We
get a guitar and you get a guitar.
And we would always talk about like you're gonna be this guy, I'm gonna be this guy, right? And we idolized, bands like Green Day and Blink-182. So it was like we're gonna do the three-piece
Taken
thing.
Days is for fans of, immediately.
And
like
that's it.
immediately.
It
yes.
shows.
You guys
It
are
shows, right?
three
Yeah.
people with two singers.
Right.
Come
yeah.
on, yeah.
And we didn't even plan that too, which is another story. But yeah, so I meet this guy, and basically we become really good friends. He shows me all the music I come to love, right? He's like one of those friends,
Fuck yeah.
And then eventually he gets one of those Fender Squiers, right? The cheap thing, especially in 2003, I think this was. This is the cheapest thing you can get, right?
Yeah.
So
Was it the pack
player
with
pack
the
or whatever?
I think that's what he got.
gig bag and a tuner and
And a little practice amp.
You know what the funny part is? I remember having the guitar, but I think for some reason we shared the amp, but he didn't have a guitar at that time. He was just like that kind of guy. No, but I'm pretty sure that's where it came from, though. Later on, I got one of those Les Paul Juniors in one of those packs, like for Christmas. I thought that was badass. I was like, oh, fucking Billy Joe status,
Sweet.
I was all fucking into it.
What a great way to just like start. Like you might as well pick up like the tried and true
Right.
of a guitar. Like all your people that you idolize are going to be playing that shit.
That's kind of what I was thinking at the time. Like, this is so cool. It was this blue, Squier. And I didn't know it was a shitty guitar at the time. I couldn't play anything, right?
You shouldn't have
Yeah,
to
it
know it's
doesn't
shitty
matter.
at the time. You have a guitar.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
dude.
And that was the whole. I remember starting out with crate amps. We were talking about this the other day with one of my bandmates.
Kings of Solid State.
Dude, I remember my buddy got this like 50-watt crate. He's like the cool kid. Remember when those kids got Charizards back in the day? He was like the kid on his big wheel, like going down the street, like check out what I got. These guys with 50-watt crates, that's how they would act too. They're like check me out,
Loud
I
as
think
fuck,
we
boy.
have a. Is it 6? No, that's when he's pissed off. We have an privilege. Yeah. Well, it's Oliver's house. It's Oliver's property, so he has a bunch of stories. He's like, yeah, me and my dad, we went to Italy again, and we walked the path that Saint Azizi did. And you're like, okay. I didn't. Yeah, that's cool. But the Charizard is the privilege.
Yeah.
And it's that smug attitude of like, look what I got, guys.
Yeah.
And like on Christmas Day when that one kid gets like the fucking best present, and he's just like, check this out, guys.
Great amp.
So, learned a little bit guitar, got lessons for a little bit, and then
Was it your local music shop? Was it Guitar Center? Was it a friend?
No, you know what? My parents looked at the Penny Saver. It was this really nerdy dude, and I'll never forget him. Really nice guy. Unfortunately, I don't remember his name, so forgive
Well, then you
me.
forgot him.
Yeah, no, I feel really bad. I remember my singing teacher's name. I don't remember.
You could have just made up a name. We would have never knew.
That could have been. I was like,
You
his
could have
name's-
said his name was Penny Saver. I would have believed it.
Yeah, actually, his name's Josh.
Oh,
Josh. Yeah, we know Josh.
Yeah.
But great guy. Taught me a bunch. Did that, and then
What
played
did
in my
he?
first band.
What did he like push you towards? Like, did he let you pick songs, or was he like on a regimen? Like some people are like, "Here's a book. We're going to learn
Did
this."
you just do finger exercises and shit, or were you like, give me Green Day now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, he was very, God, he was great. Finger exercises were the first thing.
Do you still do them?
Yes. Oh, yeah, to get warmed up. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Or variations of them,
Okay.
right? I don't do like the very basic one he taught me.
Yeah.
But basically, the first thing he ever taught me.
Oh my God! Wait, look at your fangas. Those are kind of piano fangas.
Are they?
I mean, like
Yeah.
they're long and slender.
Well, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Bring It On, but these are spirit fingers.
All right.
Strong knuckles and long, delicate digits, I'd say.
But that's what I'm used to. So when I was a kid, and this goes with it. So when I was a kid, I used to do this all the time when I was learning how to play guitar, right? Because I'm sure you know, right? Like when you're first learning how to play, you're like, oh, you're so eager, and you're like, your mind's going through it over and over and
This
over
is how
again,
it
right?
works?
Yeah, and you're imagining like the guitar in your hand, and
I'm Randy Rhoads.
yes,
Yeah. Right. You are already projecting in your mind a memory that is going to exist.
Hey, Van Halen.
yes. You already think you're gonna play that solo, right? Even though you're still like do, right. So he just teaches me this 1, 2, 3, 4 down the neck, right? And then, going backwards, right? So that was the first thing. He goes, do that 30 minutes a day. And I remember I would come home from school and I would do that for 2 to 3 hours. Like, I kid you not, like to the point where like that was the first lesson, and the second lesson goes, holy crap. He goes, all right, let me teach you how to alternative pick. So it goes right? And I go do the same thing, and then I go through it, and then not only that, but he taught me the wipeout, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, that's a great finger exercise. So every so often I warm up with that too. That's just like one of those things.
That is like a touchstone too. Like if you tell a kid, you've heard Wipeout, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's how to play that. Oh my God, I can play Wipeout?
Dude, do you know how many parents back in the day, especially like girls I was dating, like you just like grab a guitar and you like play Wipeout, they're like, this kid is so good, like you're playing
He
like, the
knows
same
music.
This kid has culture, right? Oh,
Talent.
the best part was when he taught me Metallica songs, right? And this wasn't a choice. He was just like, hey, learn these songs, and it made me grow more appreciation for Metallica.
He's
at that
smart
point.
because they'll teach you a fucking lot about the guitar.
He was very smart about this.
In standard, for Christ's sake.
Standard too, exactly. Another one he taught me that was a really big standout was Crazy Train. Every so often, and I'm sure I've annoyed my bandmates with this, but right, just to get started, right?
Legendary riff.
It's so legendary, right? You can't touch it. But I remember one
If I'm
time.
testing out a guitar, I'll typically do that because you know what it's supposed to sound like, you know what it's supposed to feel like, and if you go to the bam, ba-da-bam, 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 you get the rest of the fretboard too, and you're like, this guitar sucks.
Are you one of those guys who goes around like Guitar Center and you play like, the same song like in each one?
Do not.
I do.
Or are you like me and you just avoid Guitar Center altogether?
Yes. Which one is it? It's is it?
You got canceled out of Guitar
No,
Center?
I cancel Guitar Center, Garage Center.
Yeah,
I wish.
I call it Garage Center.
Yeah,
And,
just in the way that Home Depot killed your local hardware store.
Yeah.
You know,
kinda the same
and
shit.
Walmart took out your grandpa's shop. It's the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's the commercial.
I am that dude that plays the same song on everything.
Same song on everything.
I always do Hysteria or
Oh,
Bliss.
that's a great song.
But it's also like what you said is that like if I'm going to Guitar Center, I'm going to Garage Center. Fuck it. How dare me. I want to test out the guitars to see which one I want.
Yep.
And like I know what that song's supposed to sound like, and I also know what that feels like on all the guitars that I love, that I have. So like as soon as I get on like the fucking Jackson that looks like the Rickenbacker, I like played it actually today, and I was just like, this is gross. Like this is not a good guitar.
No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Is it number 2? No, it's number 9.
Is it racist to not like a Jackson guitar?
See, Oliver's usually here,
Yeah.
and he mans the board. And for my talents on this thing is, there you go.
And then number 7.
7? Oh yeah. That's what you do at Guitar Center.
Yeah, that's what I do at Guitar Center.
So
I am that dick.
So by the way, I'm not a big fan of Guitar Center either. Not because of the the corporation part of it. Yeah, I guess that bugs me a little bit, but it's more of every time I go there, the people are usually. And this isn't every Guitar Center. I do have friends who work for them, so this isn't everybody. But for the most part, my consistent experience has been not great with the customer service side. Wait, are you gonna?
Okay, yeah, just recovering it. Yeah.
And you just probably hit a 1, dude.
So that's my whole thing. Anyway, okay, so going back to learning Metallica. One time, okay, I was like, this is years after I learned how to play guitar, but we were at the beach and we brought a guitar like a douchebag would, right? And
It calls for it.
what else are you going to do?
Does anyone else have a guitar? I didn't think so.
We did that so much too. Don't worry about it.
And so these guys walk up, and you know what? First glance, we didn't think much of it, but tattooed, bandanas and stuff like that. You know, kind of big white guys or whatever. But they come over and they're like, and they have like one girl with them, and they're like, "Hey, dude, they're like, are you playing One from Metallica?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And so we're like, "Yeah, exactly." Yeah. That's kind of what Al was. I'm like, "Yes, I am." Yeah. And
how could you tell?
So I started playing it, right? And like, I kid you not, this guy's like almost crying. Almost tear, and then he just goes, "Bro, you have no idea, man." He's like, "That's so cool." And I'm like, "I got another one for you, right?" So I play Fade to Black, and I forgot what I did. I really did. Maybe I messed the song up, or I said something wrong.
What?
But afterwards, he got really mad, and he like threatened us. He's like, "Yo, bro," he's like, "You don't know who I roll with." He goes, "You don't." No, like it got really fucking weird, like all of a sudden, and we're like, "Man, this is like." Huntington Beach.
Hey, where else?
Allegedly. Yeah. More near Bolsa.
Sure. Yeah. God, why are you getting specific about it?
Yeah, it's like, how did you find all the...
Okay, yeah.
So, I don't know what it was. We don't know if anybody, that we were with pissed them off or whatever.
The metallic, like, fate black.
Dude, isn't one about like a dude that like fucking loses all of his limbs in war?
That's one, yeah.
That is the saddest fucking song.
It is the saddest song.
Dude, it's wait, hold on. One is about that, but Fade to Black was a suicide one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
they're both feel-good tunes. That much is for sure.
Well, I used to know how to play the beginning solo to both of them, and I would always try to show off and be like, "Oh, I know how to play the beginning solo to both of these, right?"
Yeah. You guys like Metallica?
Yeah.
But I probably didn't play it as great as I thought I did, right? And that's probably what pissed him off. He's like, "Fuck you, dude. This is probably gonna like stab me in the parking lot. Like, this is for Kirk Hammett."
a couple times, dude. You should have plinked that note.
Wait, you said Fade to Black and it was in Huntington Beach? Uh-oh, he was a white guy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. He found him, dude.
That's what it is. Huntington Beach, they had rallies. We can't look it up.
I don't go downtown.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not even allegedly. I don't go downtown.
Okay.
Fuck that place.
We stayed down there. It was good. It was delicious.
Oh, shout out Perks.
We had sushi.
Sushi on Fire?
Sushi on
Yeah,
fire.
sushi on fire.
Shout out Sushi on Fire.
Shout out,
Dude, I'll be Sugar Shack.
Dude, shout out Fred.
One of the best.
Keep shouting out Main Street Huntington Beach. It's fantastic.
Fred
You should go.
sucks.
What? But it has the view.
Did you guys ever play at Gallagher's?
We
When that was open?
We did once. We opened for someone,
That's
I
that
guess.
stage that's like that far off the ground and like.
It
shaped
wasn't
like a
Oliver,
coffin
though.
or
It was
something?
Dr. Mo. So
Yeah.
it's been... It's number 2. I got it.
So we played over there, and gee, I'm like,
How recent?
this was maybe a few months before it closed, and we had opened up for somebody like a name. Man,
We played like.
no, because like
Dave-
it's really the story's really funny. It's okay, so I'll tell you guys who it is after. But so we open up for like a name, right?
Okay.
Allegedly, right?
Motley Crue.
And Motley Crue, yeah, let's just say we open up for Motley Crue, right? I don't think anybody cares that in
No,
Motley
no,
Crue
yeah,
that I
yeah,
say
yeah.
this, right? So
Spelled E-W. It's totally different.
E-W.
Yeah.
Totally
A-H. Uh-huh.
and
2 E's.
So basically, we open the night, and randomly, the promoter comes up to us and goes, "Hey, we added this band on in between you and Motley Crue or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And, they're only going to play for like 45 minutes, and then he's going to go on, right? So we were done
You
by...
added 45 minutes?
Yes, exactly. So we thought it was just going to be us and the headliner. And so we're like, so we played at like 7:30, and we're like, cool, the headliner's going to get on like at like 8:30, right, at the very latest. And this is going to be an early night. Easy, right? Easy. And so so before we play, he comes up, he tells us this, and we're like, whatever. We play, and the other band comes on, and the worst part is they're a jam band. So not a bad band, right?
Sure.
But they're a jam band.
Yeah.
So their
Gallagher's-
songs went on for a very long time. They played probably for an hour and a half. I kid you not. Like, we were done like 8:15. They were done setting up by like 8:45 or 9. They played till like, 10:30 or 11 or something like that. And I kid you not, guys, they played this riff, and I remember it because I'm like, that's a good riff. I'm like, that's really good, right? I'm like, it's in my head. I'm like, that's cool. So I go outside. I'm chatting with people, right? And I come back in, like, it was like 30 minutes later. I kid you not, they're playing the same riff. They're playing the same riff.
They were taking everyone on an exploration.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was gnarly. So anyway,
Oh, was it Hypno Rings? I love Hypno Rings. They're
I
great.
forgot, the name of the band, but not bad
Bitter
guys. It just went on for too long. It was a bad call by the promoter.
Gallagher's is that's a pretty punk rock room.
Yeah, I would not put a
Pretty
jam
punk rock
band
room.
at Gallagher.
Main Street, Huntington Beach.
It's pretty punk rock.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the person, the headliner has their roots in that. And so we're kind of a punk band too, so we thought like that matches, but randomly this jam band comes in. So anyway, the headliner has to wait till maybe 11 or 11:30 to start setting up, right? And he's been shots, beer shots, right? He's drunk, right? And
Vince Neil.
It's just exactly Vince Neil,
Neil's drunk.
allegedly. And he goes up there, and it's just an acoustic set, mind you. And the guy who's doing the sound,
What?
he's kind of
Okay.
a new guy,
Yeah.
not a bad guy.
Yeah.
I thought he did pretty okay for us.
Sure.
And for some reason, the headliner is just really unhappy. Like, he's just really pissed. And he's, like, saying, like, really out loud, dude, you're embarrassing me. Like, you better get your
Like,
shit
on
together.
mic?
Yeah, on the mic in there. And there's probably, like, Gallagher's, if you remember, it's a small room.
Yeah, so it packs.
So, yeah, it packs. So there's maybe, like, the whole room is filled, maybe 40, 50 people, right? Not too much, but still pretty packed.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
Everybody's
not
like,
much room there.
Everybody's like, holy crap, he's getting heated. So there's that one point, dude, where, like, he's playing, right, and he's singing, and you can kind of tell he's getting into it at first, and then he kind of stops, and then he kind of nods his head. I'll never forget the head nod. And he puts his guitar to the side, and he gets up, and he goes over and just does this to the sound guy, but everyone goes, whoa, and he stops. So he's like fucking this close from just socking this guy in the face, and the poor sound guy, this dude's like in his like mid-60s, maybe like early 70s, Like, they pulled this guy from like Craigslist or something, right? And
He was just on the beach selling jewelry.
no, literally the promoter came out. He's like, bro, stop selling beans. So So anyway, he does that, and everybody goes, whoa, 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 blah, 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 blah. And we all had to be like in unison. It sounds fine. It sounds fine. Don't worry about it. So he goes, okay, cool. And he goes back and he starts playing, right? And so the rest of the night goes out. It's not really bad, right? He kind of says shit about the sound guy here and there, but that's it.
Jeez.
So I'm thinking, like, this guy's the biggest dick. I'm like, I do not want to talk to this guy at all. So at the end of the show, my friend knows him, and she goes, hey, do you want to talk to him? I'm like, sure, why not? So we go up and talk, and, he like, we smoke bowls with him and stuff like that. And he was a really nice guy.
He's just really passionate about his art.
He's really fucking nice, dude. Like, at the end of that, I was like, I like him.
Oh my god.
I like him a lot. And
Almost punched the old
everybody,
man out.
everybody all of my friends were like, that was a shit show. I'm like, yeah, but it was fun. I mean, we get to talk about it. I mean, God, how many times do you get to fucking see that?
love
You know?
that.
It's like-
it sounds fun. Gallagher's on Main. It sounds fun. That's crazy. All right. Well, shout out to sound guys, because
Yeah,
tough,
I
dude.
mean, also,
it's tough.
It's gotta be tough.
in
man.
my head, I'm going, A, you're at Gallagher's. B, you're at Gallagher's. And C, you're still at Gallagher's. Like, there's no way that it's going to sound good. That fucking place is like a shoebox.
When's the last time you did Doll Hut?
Oh.
All right, I won't get him started. Actually, we're only 20 minutes in.
Are we?
sorry.
Are we gonna? So I will say I definitely will refrain from talking any shit on any venue. Dollhead being the exception.
Yes!
No offense. no offense to anybody that plays there. I have a lot of good friends who have gone through there.
Absolutely.
A lot of absolutely
On a
great
great night,
musicians, right?
incredible show.
Incredible show.
Incredible
But
show. You'll
they
never
need-
see a show like that with your favorite band like ever again.
Yeah, but the Great Night is like seeing an asteroid land.
The end of the world for you?
It could be better. So
I fucking hate the Doll Hut, and I think that
But
it should
just
burn in
homeboy
hell.
from Gallagher's should not play Doll Hut.
Right,
With the
right.
sound, he's gonna punch everybody. He's gonna punch the audience.
Dude, if he played Doll Hut, that place probably wouldn't exist.
Okay, how about this? Let's go positive, right? What's
Yeah.
your favorite rooms around
Yeah.
town?
oh, no, that's a good one. I really like that. I know a lot of people don't, but I really like playing the Tiki Bar.
Cool.
I think that's one of the first ones that comes to mind. The Observatory, the few times that we have played over there is
Yeah.
absolutely great. I like Chain Reaction.
Dude,
I really do. Yeah, I do. I think I don't know.
Legendary at this point.
dude, I have hundreds
You-
of
you can't deny
amazing
it.
memories
Can't,
of that
right?
place. We
Can't
played
deny it.
played there 200 times.
A lot. Yeah.
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 Like I have tons of fond memories of it.
Chain rocks.
So you guys have been doing this for a long time too,
We have
right?
been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
So everybody who's been doing this a long time.
We moved out here in 06.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Detroit.
I didn't know that.
05.
Well, welcome to real life. I'm so sorry. I've never been.
No.
I've never been to Detroit, but I'm happy you guys are over here.
Dude, if you find it'll treat you to a good time and a terrible time, depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I feel
Don't.
that,
It's
yeah.
just like downtown LA. Don't go to the fucking bad areas.
So, how long have you two known each other for?
For
This is not an
20
interrogation
20
on us. We're on this side
Yeah.
of the table. No, yeah,
no,
forever.
22 years.
I was, I don't know, 16, 16,
Yeah.
14,
Yeah, so
17,
23 years.
15.
We've been playing music together for like 21.
Yeah, long time.
So I feel almost like this is somebody who goes up to a long-term couple, but and I know it's taking the interrogation away from me.
it's
But
fine.
can you
I gotta
guys
ask
tell
about
me?
Brent. I gotta ask about the band members. Yeah.
Well, tell me
We're only
though.
26 minutes.
What is the secret?
What's the secret?
What's the secret? No, like that's you guys got to.
This is what we're supposed to do.
How many
Yeah,
musicians
I mean-
have you guys known who have gone through
Not a lot.
bandmates after bandmate? Right? Like
Oh,
what?
just on the podcast alone.
Right.
The other stories that we have of just another probably number 10 is going to be bands because like bands, it's
Right.
impossible.
I would say like
Our secrets?
there's always there
We know
was
where we came
more-
from.
Yeah, there was more friction back in the day when we had like more decisive egos, and I think like what got us through most of it is that we both just swallowed them because like we know what we want to do.
We did
came-
separate for like, I don't know, 3,
Yeah,
4
3
years, something
yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Yeah,
But,
we grinded hard when we first got, obviously, because you went hard and we were in pop punk, real hard.
Yeah.
And now in our later years, it's like, do you want to? Let's fucking jam
Yeah.
though, right? Like let's.
It's also, like,
fucking jam.
It's
though.
always hard to come up with an idea and like have someone shoot it down, whether
Oh, yeah.
or not it's good or bad, or just have someone that's really passionate about ideas. And like nowadays, it's like let's make good music. So like if
Right.
Craig's like I fucking love this riff, I'm like I don't care if I'm in love with it or not. I need to make myself in love with it. What can I write that's gonna make me enjoy it?
It's the ultimate compromise, right? Because
Yeah.
you have to, in a way, be objective to what you're creating, and at the same time, you need to be respectful to everybody who's making it, right? And dude, I totally feel you on the like. It breaks your heart when somebody doesn't like your idea. Like, no, when you've
Well, a
had
lot
this,
of
when
it's
you
like
have this,
dug into emotion, right?
right? No, it
So-
is, but it's your baby because
Yeah.
you created it. Earlier today, I made a just a little single, which I'll be dropping soon.
Yes.
It's going to be a snippet of the new single.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this video, I'm editing it, right? I'm trying to make it all great.
Yeah.
And as I'm sending it to my bandmates, I'm just thinking, God, the thing that would break my heart the most right now is if they said, I hate it. Right? No, like,
Yeah.
like it's such a, and you probably know, like you guys all write songs.
No, they retrained me actually.
Right.
No joke. Yeah, no joke.
as a
Ooh,
s-
actually, can I? This has the Thai tea, so it's gonna be like spiced, and I think we should have far out. Thank you. Yeah, on its own. Yeah, but grab all four, so we'll do. Yeah, okay.
But as a songwriter, and
As a creator,
as a creator in
you
general,
already love this, and please love this.
you're so close to it. It's your baby, and that's the weirdest part is when you look at other people's art, you can think, well, I wouldn't have done it this way. I would have done it this way.
We can go straight at the can if you want.
Fuck yeah. Or it's absolutely perfect, right?
Yeah.
It's really rare that you are as close to somebody's art as you are to what you create, right?
Yeah.
So when you have your associates, your business partners, let's say,
Correct.
say, I don't like this idea, I don't like the direction you're moving, this in. It's heartbreaking, especially when you've been like you guys know, like these mad genius moments when you're like, this music, right? I've had these moments where I'll be writing in my room and I just think to myself, this is the best thing I've ever done, right? And you're just sniffing your own farts and you're like,
Yeah, dude.
wow.
Like, how did I get my fingers like this? Even think this is gonna sound cool.
like I am the best, right? Like I'm so good. And you put the idea together and you show it to the band and the band's like, okay, that sucks. And you're like, wow, it is like, what do I do? I put everything. And that idea, they're like, well, can you do better than that? That idea was better.
Yeah.
That was my best, right?
I spent hours on this.
Yeah.
Right.
This is done.
I will say
this is done.
Yes, yeah.
But this is done.
I
When
thought of this over and over and over
When I say they
again.
retrained me is starting with I don't know, fucking Johnny Z, man. Because as early as that, him and I, you've always been like an extension of me, and you're like, yeah, but what if we do this? I'm like, that is a little bit cooler. Let's move on that. Let's do that. My brain is always spitting out fucking ideas.
Right.
So as a filter, this is why it's lasted this long. This is why it's lasted this long.
So you kind of
He's my first ear, and he's like, nah. I was like, you're right. That's fine.
You're kind of like a satellite out of orbit in a way, right? And he's the gravity in a way.
I'm
So,
a loose
so
cannon.
you go out there and he goes, okay,
loose
that's
cannon.
great. I like the concept or the foundation of that. Now here's how we make it workable.
Yeah.
But now playing over fucking 20 years,
Yeah.
it's a graduated approach now.
Right.
I'm just sending him and Oliver like
A riff.
I'm just sending them like a 5 to 8 second 30 batch and saying, what do you like?
Yeah.
Pick your favorites, and then I will work from there, and I'll come back to you when there's like the next
That's really cool.
It's
progression.
been my favorite way to write lately because
Because they have input in like every step of the
Yeah,
way,
and
and
it
like
also-
keep turning it towards what
like
the
that a lot.
band sounds like.
Yeah.
Because trust, as soon as we have a break, I'm gonna put together the acoustic record, just me and a guitar, because there are songs that don't fucking work for this band at all.
I have
and
so
never
many weird
fucking
songs like
will.
that too. That
You
I
know?
just, so
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like Nancy stuff. We're never
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
play
So
this.
what do you do with the weird songs? Do you just
put 'em on
kind
a
of
shelf.
like, put them like, but is there ever
That's why my voice memo. That's why I need more storage.
Is there ever a scenario where you have that idea where you think, and this is what I think is fascinating about B tracks, right?
Dude, I love creation philosophy. This is fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
So is there ever a time when you have something on the shelf and he or Oliver says like, hey, let's dust that off. Maybe there's something there. Or maybe you guys had a producer or something like,
Dude,
We have a rule on that one.
Yeah, we.
If it's dead, it's dead.
Yeah.
So you guys never, okay, so
Dude,
you guys never.
we wrote like a 13-track album that's coming out in October.
Yeah.
We already have 20 new songs we went to the desert and wrote in 2 days.
And there was like a 33 batch for the 13 that are coming.
Yeah.
So 20,
You guys are monsters.
20 are dead.
You guys are monsters.
20 will never be looked at again and are just dead.
Yeah.
And that's fine because there'll always be new ideas. And we're a rock band, so we're only working in a blues scale anyway.
to make
so.
it make more sense for you is like we take like 50.
This next
50
record is drop D. Ooh.
Yeah, all drop D. But for this one, we had like 50 songs. We cut it. We all like voted and cut it down to 20, and then wrote full songs on 20. And then what we did is we all voted for 13. So out of 20, we all voted for 13 individually. Anything that crossed over made the album.
Yeah.
So it was like all the songs that we all liked.
graduated to this over time because, I mean, starting out, like 11 on the awesome scale.
Dude,
fucking
we only
no
had
one goes
11
home.
songs.
We only had 11 songs, and most of them were like at least 2 minutes. I was like, and here's how the bridge should go, and then we turn into a full band song, and then it's recorded, and then that's it. But then working with producers over time,
Right.
where it's like, hey, what do you guys got? Here's the songs. sounds like you got something flushed out already. Let's go with something brand new. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what has been, and you guys can ask me.
I will.
So, because I want to share this too. For the record, we worked with Cameron Webb
I
on
wanted
both
to
of our,
talk about
So I
working
would,
with
I would
Cameron.
love to give you guys more on that. But my first question for you guys, and I know this is my interrogation, but how has that evolved your songwriting, working with producers? I know by following you guys for so long, I know for the most part you guys, produce your own music and write here. What is
80%, right? Yeah.
what is the biggest difference, I guess, between doing this on your own, doing it with a producer, and what did you learn with a producer, good or bad, that you carry on to doing it on your own?
Great question. And every session, every song, and every producer is different. Like Wanacott is not Max Moon, is not Hollis, is not like everyone has their own vibe. Some people are at the board. Some people never touch a board. Some people just stand in a room with sunglasses on and go, no.
Yeah. Some people edit. Some people practice with you. I would say my biggest thing.
Yeah, the more people you work with, the more you learn about just
Yeah.
what makes the cut for people, right?
Yeah, well, I think it also helps you figure out what kind of producer you want. Because, like, if you get all the mixes, then you're like, I never want to work with someone like that again. But I think the biggest thing that I got out of. Yeah, sorry, Doggy.
Whoa,
But-
you said it on mic. I was saying it to Hug.
Well,
There's a secret between
nah,
me and
you
Hug.
said it on there, and I can see it.
This is the Bootleggers Far Out IP. This is their flagship. This is like the Stone, standard.
Of bootleggers. The
Yeah, we're
biggest
having a
thing-
bootlegger night because they're Costa Mesa.
Delicious
They're
Costa Mesa.
Fullerton.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
they're
Yeah,
like
literally
10,
like-
15 from here.
Costa Mesa, where I may or may not live, allegedly.
Great city. I love that fucking city.
The biggest thing I learned was minimalizing stuff is really good. So
Yep,
I think like,
less is more, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like
the idea was great. Don't overthink it.
we ended
Simple sophistication is
Yeah.
simple, right?
Translating
for-
from live to stage.
Yeah, for Bless My Soul, we learned that through one of our producers. He was just like, I don't want cymbals. And you're like, what? Like the drums. But then when we put cymbals in, it like you could tell, I guess, the dynamics. Now I will never do that again because I think it's completely, allegedly R-worded. But it did make me go like, sometimes you don't need all the rip and bass parts. Because you're taking up a lot of space and not letting shit breathe, or you
Yeah,
don't
like,
need all the.
What's Muse's like biggest hit? I don't know, Uprising, which
Yeah.
is like the weakest riff and
You
like.
think that's the biggest hit of theirs?
I don't know. I'd have to check the Spotify numbers, but it was one of their fucking biggest, and it's probably in their top 3. But it doesn't like showcase the band. It doesn't showcase their style. It's a pop song for their sound, and that's maybe that was a choice, maybe that was them, maybe it was a producer, right? So I don't know. If the song is done in the room, that's great. If a producer loves it and then has like, hey, this is just like Aerosmith, you're like, I didn't hear that at all.
Yeah.
But cool.
Yeah,
So let's do some shakers and do a sha, 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 on all the, shout out the devil, Motley Crue. All right.
We're
Motley
back.
Crue again. Yeah. Shout out to Motley Crue.
Beast.
But working with Cameron, so you're doing 2 you're repeat offending with Cameron.
We are repeat offending. So
you like him.
we do. Working with Cameron has been as humbling as it has been rewarding.
Okay.
No, truly though, because we were, for lack of a better word, I think we lacked a bit of direction. So Taking Days goes back.
Yes. Yeah, I think I saw like 16,
My-
17.
Yeah, I think
My
so.
my plug
Oh,
fell
your
out.
plug
Oh,
fell.
plugs.
That's a good one. All right, we got that. Okay, so we started back in about I know you guys have been really about 2011, 2012.
Will you stop
you guys?
asking us questions? All right.
sorry.
The 3 of you guys, how did you meet the other
So
2?
I used to be in a band called False Empire.
Okay,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
know back in the day we may have played with you guys because I've been following you guys for a long time.
We're too old.
Too old, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Everyone's too old.
So that band disbanded, and then I started jamming with these guys around at the end of 2016 and about 2017.
Yeah.
I was jamming with 4 guys all together, me included, in Taking Days, and that's what we came up with. We didn't have Brent or Landon during that time.
No shit.
So at that point,
Were you on guitar at that point?
Yes, I was
Okay.
actually. Yeah, I was playing guitar. And for the record, I play a lot of guitar on the new record. So I
Hey!
just want to let everybody know that. Anyway,
Wait, is then Brent playing bass on it?
No.
do a
I still
switcheroonie?
play bass,
Okay.
but it's more of I'll get to it more, but it's more
Okay.
of the songwriting aspect.
Okay.
It's like I guess the thing that we've created.
Yeah.
So at first, I was really the primary songwriter, and like the other guys would have like a riff or something, and
Sure.
I'd take the riff and I would write something, write a melody over it, whatever, and go with that, right? And that was going on for a little bit, and then basically what happened one after another was the drummer left, and then we got Landon. So
cool.
and Landon was cool. So that was a really quick
Is
transition.
this like 17, 18?
This
You came in-
was, I think we got Landon probably 18 or 19. I
Please
think
take
it
a
was
sip
late.
because I'll ask a long question.
Okay.
When you met these guys, your primary songwriter, Taking Days is already established. How many songs do you have before this drummer leaves?
It's a really good question. I think all in all, before, and his name was Tony. Shout out to Tony. He's a great guy. Tony! I think we had so we had 2 EPs, maybe about 10 songs written
Okay.
at that point, so not a lot. We
Sure.
weren't a very basic punk, and that was my whole thing.
Why did the drummer leave?
You know,
Uh-oh. What? Against
Had to kick him
drummers?
out.
Okay.
Tony is a great guy. I think he just was too busy.
Yeah.
And I
Dance.
think that was just how it was at the point.
Yeah.
I have nothing but love for the guy, so he was definitely great. But very simple. The whole point of Taking Days, in my opinion, was like I wanted to get back into music, but like I wanted to do something more simple. In the band prior, I was trying to do more like Coheed and Cambria style
Got
stuff,
it.
and like
Okay.
be a little
Yep.
bit more like progressive
In
and
False
stuff.
Empire, how many releases under False Empire?
Oh, that's a good question. I think
I'm just chasing down the facts, man.
no. That's a great question. I think about 3 or 4. I
Okay.
think about 3 or 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were all EPs. Nothing.
Wait, how'd you
full-length.
meet those guys? Is that
So that I met those guys because I played in a band prior. And
okay? Yeah, wait.
so-
Clear the slate. What's the first band?
I'm a bit okay. So I was in a band called Coastline Cavalry.
You got to write that one down.
Coastline
Coastline Cavalry.
Yeah.
Well, how old are you?
I was 20 or 21 when the band formed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is this post high school buddies, college buddies? What is this?
Actually, okay, so holy crap! So I played in the band before. Don't ask for that band's name. No.
What's
because
that band's name?
Because that band didn't really do
It doesn't
anything.
matter.
It's the name of his guitar instructor.
Okay, so it was Josh. we were called Josh.
My first band was This End Up. So what was
we
this
were
band's
called
name?
ourselves ALR, A Legend Reborn. And
Legend
the
Reborn.
only reason why,
POD, AFI.
and we were huge AFI fans,
Oh,
and the only
okay.
reason why we made this decision was because in our garage there was this picture. It was this yellow Corvette. I'll never forget it, or Mustang, or something like that.
Okay, yellow Corvette.
But it said a living legend, or a legend reborn under it. And I remember my drummer was like, "Dude, that's our band name."
Yeah, it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to think about it a lot.
Bad drummer. I'm sorry. I love you. Drummer.
Allegedly.
But and you know what's funny? He became a Jehovah's Witness after that. So, and
course he
that's what
did.
broke up the band.
We just turned him away from the door earlier.
So ALR becomes Coastline, and yeah, it's my buddy, one of my longtime friends, kind of like you, because you know the whole
Dynamic.
me and you, we are we are similar. So so I have this buddy from my childhood, and I'm like, do you want to play guitar for this project? I don't have a drummer, but I have a bass player. Blah blah blah. And he's like, sure. And so we write some music, and we look on Craigslist for a drummer. And this is about 2010.
What was your price range?
900 a pop. You'll never guess what the
One-time
pop is.
payment lump sum. Yeah.
So we get this reply, and it's this person named Kelly. And we're all like 3 boys, right? We're like, oh, this chick is going to come and like try out for this band.
Yeah.
You know, especially in 2010, right? We're like, oh, this could be like pretty cool, you know? And so the day of, this person drives up.
Nothing will bring dudes to shows like a lady in your band.
Yeah, except for a lot of people that I know that are named Kelly are dudes.
And ladies.
And so the day of, they pull up, right, in this like little beat up blue truck. They walk out, and the first thing I see is this tank top, but it's not a girl's tank top, right? It's like a dude's tank top. I'm like, what the hell? And it's this guy, and his name is Kelly, and he's like,
Yeah, you're
hey. He's like,
When's your girlfriend getting here?
yeah, I'm like,
You
hey.
carrying her drums?
I'm like, what's up, dude? I'm like, are you Chad or
Josh?
So he comes up and he has his stuff in his truck and he's, taking it out or whatever. And we're like, holy crap. And at first I'm like, this guy seems, it's hard to explain, but here's this like really pop punk, like all-time low pop punk kid, you know what I'm saying? There's like Green Day pop punk, and then there's like all-time low pop punk, right?
There's also MGK pop punk. There are levels to this shit. Yeah,
that's like
But it's easy to go.
yeah. Hey, in 10 years they'll be talking about that.
Yeah, they will.
That's a lot of people at those
Maybe.
tours. That's all I'm saying.
No, they will. No, you're right. You're
Ooh,
absolutely
the
right.
youngsters, go fuck yourselves. All right, but you're right. You're already taking a generational gap.
Yeah.
So he's not that much younger than us, but he's a few years, right?
2 years.
And,
But he never heard Green Day before.
No, but this is weird though, because he comes in and I'm very used to, because I came from the elitist, and I wasn't one of these guys myself, but I came from very elitist, just very. If you don't listen to this band, you don't have this point.
I think when
you
you're
know.
young, everyone's like that. Like
Right.
I definitely was like that. I'm sure.
I was never like that.
Now we're
but a
going
lot
to
of
be
people
3 or
are.
4 levels deep, because now I got to ask you, growing up, what your parents raising you on?
Were they what?
What are they listening to in the house when you're growing up before you
what?
had your own music?
Everything.
Everything.
Selena
Selena
was one of them.
Selena.
My mom, when she would clean the house or do anything else,
Yes.
she would always have music on. And it would be
Yes.
R&B.
Oh.
But the
Fuck
cool
yeah.
thing about R&B
what
or
artists-
pop,
Al Green R&B or
you know what? A lot of
Sade
70s, Cher,
okay.
Bee Gees.
okay.
Those are some, and of course there's so many that I probably don't know the names of.
Okay.
But the cool part about my mom was up until the CD era died out,
Yeah.
she bought CDs up until, I remember, you guys know who Block Party is, right?
Yeah.
So Block
Fuck
Party,
yeah, dude.
shout out to Block Party if you're
God,
listening.
incredible band.
Their first album, Silent Alarm, that first song was on the radio, and I remember thinking, this isn't that great, blah, blah, blah. And she had bought the album, and we had drove home. I remember we went to Target. She let me buy an album. I forgot what I bought. And
How old
How
old are you?
I was probably like 14 or 15 at this
Okay,
time.
okay.
My mom was really cool about music. She's probably one of my biggest influences when it comes to that,
Fuck
for sure.
yes.
So,
She's introduced you to Block Party?
well, yeah, no, and Tears for Fears and Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, great.
And, they really kept up on music. I remember when I was 4 or 5 years old, they bought a subscription for my big brother.
Yes.
Where he got all these CDs. Like I remember the year of he got Dookie.
What was that?
Like a Violent
Columbia
Femme
House?
CD.
Something like that. BMG, everyone kind of did it.
Stone
Yeah.
Temple Pilots or whatever.
At some
And-
point, everyone did it. I
STP,
gained a lot of records from stuff like that.
I never did.
So self-titled.
I never
yeah.
did.
Oh, it was great.
And he
It was great.
never really latched onto it. So what would happen is, he would listen to it.
Did he go sports? What happened?
You know what? Yeah, he was more of the sports guy. He's kind of more of a surfer. And
Is that, I don't know, against athletes?
no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
sure,
and,
yeah.
and not to get into
dude.
like the family stuff too
racist
much,
fat people.
but I am more of the musician in the family. Everybody else is. I'm that stereotypical I'm the lone musician or whatever.
So
Like
you're black
nobody
sheep.
else.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, that's how I view
Yeah,
it.
meet my family.
Right. But my family had a big influence with that, and so we would get all these CDs, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do, and I love video games, by the way. Big, I love Sonic the Hedgehog was my biggest, loved it. Back
I'm the
in the
video
day,
game
right?
guy.
I know. We're like 3 levels deep. I'm trying to take us back out.
I
here.
know. We're very deep.
Okay,
I have to dig one more rod down.
Okay.
But
what?
You ready? Is your mom born and raised here? Same thing with your dad?
Yeah,
So they're
La
bo-
Mirada.
they're both.
Actually, yeah. Well, that's where they grew up. I'm pretty sure. Always Southern California, though.
Okay.
I know for sure when I was born, it was La Mirada.
Yeah.
And then we
Is
lived
that
in-
your home base? You're born and raised, La Mirada?
No. So we lived in Victorville for a little bit, actually.
Whoa.
Until
High
I was about
desert.
high desert,
Yeah.
right?
Fucking
And then we lived there
awful.
until I was about maybe 6 or 7. And because the idea was if you grow
So
up
you've
there,
been to Detroit.
well, you know what's
So you're
funny?
saying
I'm
that-
sorry,
your-
Victorville's
no,
Your
great.
no,
house melted down the hill.
No, you know what's fucking funny though?
Orange County is not unlike anywhere else in the world. It's
nowhere.
just it's Orange County.
When you told me though that you guys were from Detroit, a part of me wanted to be like, well, I lived in Victorville for a little bit, but very minor,
There's
very
no
minor
snow,
part of
but
my
it's
life.
really fucking hot all the time.
Well, compared to Orange County, a lot of things are third world.
So my mom
Right?
had seen
lot.
one day there was a cop in front of our house, and I guess he was pointing his gun at the bush
What
or
the
whatever. They
fuck?
were like looking for some dude on our street, and that's when she was like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here." She's
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking out
What
of
happens
here.
if you heard like put your hands up and you see like 2 bush arms?
He's arresting the bush.
It's just shaking. It's like fuck.
Leaves going everywhere. Cops are like the TV show's filming.
It's a flamethrower.
They can't
though,
really
not a regular
get
gun.
cuffs on him, so they just like put a rope around
They have a
him.
chainsaw. They just cut that fucker right out of the ground.
What you gotta do?
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, we're going to move a level up. What did you find as your music? Because I mean, if you're already being kept up on the times, like nothing's new or like what you teenage rebel with.
That's a really good question.
This is like playing in the bands and getting the AFI.
Right. I would say AFI is definitely a spark that started that fire. Where it really started was, of course, I remember being a little kid, and of course having those subscriptions.
Yeah.
one-
First record you bought with your own money before we.
Oh yeah.
Before we get out of the-
actually, I love telling this.
Yeah.
South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. The
Oh!
album was the very first album I ever bought, or very first CD, I should say.
It was last week. I had to remind Nick how incredible Up There is.
Dude, it's an amazing song.
What the fuck?
Thank you. Thank you.
The
It is an
modulation
amazing-
on the last note is the
It's
funniest
so
thing
good.
I've ever
Yes,
heard.
Yes.
Oh my god. I want to live up there. Satan in South Park
Yeah.
movie?
We just
My
watched that not too long ago.
God. I was happy enough to see Book of Mormon for the
Oh yeah.
second time.
Just- And that's
I just started
Did you
Segerstrom.
go?
It was
Did
like
you go
3
with?
nights. Oliver. Went with Oliver.
Oh, was that
Oliver.
Segerstrom?
Segerstrom.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it was
I
dope.
just the trip coming up. I didn't want to
Yeah,
spend money.
I bought it like 6 months ago, and I had like
Yeah.
a discount from a gift certificate from my sister. So I was like,
Oh, did
yeah.
you put my name on something
Did I?
for plays?
I don't know what
I
you
wonder
mean.
if you did, because I just got 2 pieces of mail that were like, "Hey, come see our play here," and I was like, "Craig, you've been seeing a lot of plays lately. I'm like getting mail directly to my house."
Against theater goers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, but first record you bought with your own money is South Park. Yeah.
so with
South
my,
Park?
own, with my own money, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Dude,
It was
fantastic.
dude.
And okay, so before that, it was Dookie. That would always
Yeah.
be like I was like 5 or 6 years old, listening
that.
to Dookie and playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and like that was like my whole thing. I would
That's the
listen
dream,
to music,
isn't
and
it?
well, because he would like.
I wish I could
have
go back
this-
there all the time.
You'd have this little fucking dude
Nope.
spinning and fucking zooming across the screen, and you wanted this pumping up music, right?
Yeah.
This fucking you're the best around,
Yeah.
you know, like fucking music, you know.
Except for bam, bam,
Yeah. So that's kind of where that started. But where my real music love started was I was about 11 years old, and there was a talent contest. And I remember really wanting to enter this, right?
Stinky
And I
butt
was
dog.
really into the Offspring's Conspiracy of One at that
Okay.
point.
Yes.
And I would listen
What's
to
the best
this.
track?
I love Come Out Swinging.
Okay. Yes.
That-
Please
that-
continue.
That's a great
Yeah.
one.
That's fine. That's fine. Please continue.
Anyway, so I would listen to this going to bed, just imagining just what it's like. And I had no idea what I would be doing if I tried it. But just imagining just going out there and just like.
This is pre
fucking
getting a
playing.
guitar to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't play it in, started playing for another 2 years. And I remembered maybe a couple of weeks after these feelings had started, I had come out to my parents. I'm like, I want to be a musician. And my parents were like, oh, no, I'm kidding. They're like, you're
sorry.
You're gay.
This way.
because I was playing hockey earlier that year, and I'm pretty sure my dad was like, fuck, dude.
Do
Pretty
ice
sure he's
hockey?
gay.
Ice hockey?
I played roller hockey
Okay.
for a little bit.
I
was
played roller
goalie.
hockey for a while too. It's
was
the only
fun.
thing to do during summertime.
That was fun.
Otherwise, I just played ice
Only,
hockey.
only street hockey bitches had only street hockey.
played
I
street
wish I
hockey.
played soccer. I really
I did
liked
11
soccer.
years.
11 years?
on a travel team.
That's fucking awesome, dude. You're probably a G. You're probably so
Dude,
good.
not anymore. I'm fat.
Those soccer thighs,
Oh
ladies
yeah,
and
dude.
gentlemen.
I still have giant.
Look at those
legs,
ham
though.
hocks.
Yeah, I can still I went to the gym
You can
on
squat
Monday.
1,000 pounds.
I did 150 flights of stairs. That's what I did on Monday.
But that ass, though.
Fuck yeah, I can pound, dude.
That ass was raised on bread and cheese. Shout out Michigan.
Yeah, but soccer was a big thing in Michigan. But
Wow. Punk farts are
hockey's
real.
better. Yeah,
Poppy's here
sorry.
tonight. She's not on cam,
Poppy
but
ripped
she
the
is-
stinker.
What's up?
Wow, she is tooting a storm right now. She is really. Did you give her the bean burritos again? I told you.
I
Sorry,
fed
guys,
her
that's,
my poop.
It's actually me. Oops.
Your farts smell like pug farts. Okay. Now back up a layer.
We're going back.
I gotta go all the way back up to.
Wait, no, I got something.
What?
You got to get back to Kelly.
Kelly.
Oh damn! Yeah, we
Because
really
we only
derailed.
got to him like coming out the door with a tank top on, and we never got past what happened.
The whole
to
thing is
Kelly.
derailment. It's called.
Dude,
Yeah, the whole thing is derailment. Okay. So Kelly gets out. He's a
stuck in my
dude.
head.
Yeah.
Okay, so holy crap. Kelly comes out and
Fuck yeah.
tank top and everything, and we're like, you guys never even listened to the Misfits before. Like I thought,
Okay.
like,
Right.
oh whatever.
Right.
Yeah, all-time low.
And,
Right.
and that's where the mentality was. Not like I have anything. I'm a huge Newfound
No.
Glory fan.
Of course.
Like nothing against.
I
any
think
those
of it
bands.
like the time period. So like he's
Yeah.
all-time low and up,
He
right?
is-
And maybe you guys just back farther to where you
I
listen to this group of people.
I think he's about like 4 years younger than me, so
Okay.
there is definitely like a difference there, and also culture too. This guy's from Utah, like so.
well,
That would be
no,
another-
Did
that'll-
you say he turned into a
something.
Jehovah's Witness or
Right.
something? Makes sense.
Yeah. So he comes in, and we're like, we have this preconceived notion of like, whatever. We're like, we've been jamming on this, and it was like our favorite song at the time. And we jam on it, and he goes, okay. And he just
Wait, he
goes-
said what?
He's okay. And just, kind of
Yawned when he talked.
So good. Isn't it?
he kind of just shrugs it off, right? And we're like, whatever. And so we play, and he killed it.
Just
Like
shredded it.
I remember, like I'm sure you guys know that feeling, like when you
Oh, shit.
are so locked in and you look at all of your bandmates and you're like, this is cool, So
Yeah.
cool things
That's how we got
happen.
Oliver.
Yeah.
We're Team Rhythm, dude.
Yeah.
We don't even look at each other anymore.
The
We do
drummer will
everything.
make you feel that way, man. It is so, and Oliver's fantastic. I see all of his videos.
Good
and
Lord, is
like,
he a great drummer, right?
So,
dude.
Good
so
He's an
amazingly,
insane
so,
drummer.
so consistent.
The best
so,
one we've ever had.
Oh my God.
I-
Best we've ever had. Best we've ever had. Yeah,
And-
for
No
sure.
offense to everyone else.
So
No,
as
he's a
you-
machine.
when you really lock in, you just know, like it's powerful. It's like I related to when Jimmy Page had finally gotten Led Zeppelin together. He said the first time they had all jammed, the only thing he could describe it as was powerful.
Yes.
And that is exactly, I think, how every band feels when they have something special there.
Yes.
When something is happening.
Yes.
The spark, it's almost like a caveman, when he's finally like, me make fire, and the fire, goes, and you're like, oh my God, the dopamine hit that
No,
you
dude,
did from that.
it is quite literally instinct. It is chemistry
instinct, yeah.
on its like probably sixth sense level. Like you could talk about cellular levels or whatever,
Right.
the pheromones that you let out, but chemistry is a real thing when you look at bandmates and you're like, this jams, right?
Yeah.
We feel like a group, not like we're auditioning someone. We auditioned so many people before Oliver, and every time you're just like, 30 more minutes of this, right?
And that was he's our third drummer.
Yeah.
First drummer we moved out with. Second drummer, 3-ish, 3.5.
Yeah.
Dr. Mo, 3.5. Great fucking drummer. John Bonham in an Ecuadorian.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible rhythms.
Super power, super.
Superpower.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't
all-
even have to crack. Okay, can you hit
Yeah.
softer?
But
Sure.
it was
Crack!
he was like the
Animal.
person that finds their signature guitar. Like that's what he did.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, his
he-
fills are
Yeah.
in his.
Well, his power and his stance and how he drove a song.
Yeah.
And what is great about
plays
Oliver
guitar,
is
piano, bass. His
also we can
parents
go
are
from
teachers.
we can do
It's
let's do a
crazy.
ballad,
Yeah.
let's do a fucking chunky
They're
When you
professors.
have a
cha-cha.
drummer who is also a musician,
Fuck.
that goes a long way because a musician understands consistency.
Hashtag
And-
Neil Peart. Hashtag
Dude,
you know.
I'll
all
be
these
sitting on
fucking
the
crazy
couch
things.
and like play a fucking Beatles song, and I'm like, Jesus, I can't even play it.
I don't know that one. I don't know that. How did
Here's
that work?
the issue, and don't be this guy if you're going to be a drummer. You don't want
You heard it here
to
first.
just be a drummer. You want to learn other things. It's about.
I mean, it's decent advice for any musician.
You
Yeah,
need to
really.
understand that laying off sometimes and keeping it simple. No,
Yeah.
it's true though, because like when I was like
Understanding everyone's
14 or
heart.
15,
This is why Ringo rules.
right?
Ringo sucks
No,
ass.
I think Ringo's great actually, and we can have that conversation. But hold on. So when I was about 14 or 15, every drummer I knew, every quote unquote drummer, they wanted to play double bass. That was
Double
it.
kick.
They just wanted to play double kick. That was it. And they didn't care about laying on the beat. And their issue was kind of like my issue with the chords thing. Was thinking
Let it rip.
that just because this chord progression is the same as this song means I can't use it, and that's not the issue.
Yeah.
It is about what serves the song. There is such a science when it comes to writing a song. You really have to buckle down, be focused, and you got to understand you're not going to always be the one who shines through everything. However, when you become that tight, you are going to become something bigger that is much bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're the drummer, you're in the back.
No.
It doesn't matter if you're the bass player. It doesn't matter if you're the singer and you quote unquote get like all the attention. What matters is that everybody is doing their part 100%.
Serving the
That is
song.
serving
and having
the
a good
song.
That's it, right?
Yeah. Right.
Have a good
Yeah.
time.
You can't
Like, yeah.
you can't be having a guitar solo while your bass player is like, well, I'm gonna fucking like
Yeah.
they're like, no, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
If somebody is going to be a little complex, everybody else needs to be a little simple.
Yeah.
Right? Like not always. Like there's
Choo-
definitely
choose your
exceptions to
spots,
that,
dude.
right?
It's
But
where's the
human
room
ear-
for you?
The human ear can only hear so much
right.
at once.
Yes.
Unless
yeah.
you're King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
we did that.
The last album we did that quite a few times. It's just like I would feel like there's a fill for me, and then Oliver's doing a fill too. So it's like, all right, let's just do the one before, dude. Just 4 repeats of this.
We
can do
had
it here.
moments in a few of our recordings where it'd be like, do we add this on top of here? And of course we would experiment with it, right?
Yeah, let's
Why not?
zoom up, right? Because now these three members, this is since
What
you
happened
say
to Kelly?
17. Well, Kelly.
what happened to Kelly?
What happened to Kelly?
Shout out to Kelly. Coastline ended up not working out. I can't remember everything. Why the
That's
reasons why?
fine. These three members, right?
Okay,
This
so
is like
Well, how
since-
did you? Where? What?
Okay,
Who
so-
came after Kelly?
okay, hold on. Let's go to Taking Days. So Taking Days
All right,
is,
we're
is
fast
now with Landon, my friend Cameron, and our buddy Scott. Shout out to Scott. Unfortunately, Scott didn't work out.
Yeah, still a four-piece at this point.
Still a 4-piece,
Okay.
and so we had to let Scott go. And once again, we put a ad out on Craigslist, and this guy replies, and I kid you not, and I love you, Brent, but
Enter Brent.
it is the longest reply I've ever seen on any Craigslist ad.
Is this like a fandom? Or
it is kind of. He's
Okay.
so Brent is
Brent?
he's got great stories, and I wish he was here tonight because
How
he
many
would be
how
able
many
to say
songs
great
is
things.
Taken Days in now?
Oh, yeah. What's
When
your catalog,
when
Brent?
Brent enters.
When Brent entered, I would say we were still about 8 or 9.
Okay.
Maybe we didn't write too many.
This is like a
extra
couple
when-
year-ish.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're early on.
I would say the majority was definitely written before Brent had gotten in there.
You still credit the band like 16, 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 17, 18.
Okay.
I would say. Yeah,
And
17,
then
18.
Brent enters.
About 18.
Okay.
Yeah, about end of 18, I would
Just
say.
getting my facts right.
I forgot.
Yeah.
But
I have to make an
I'm-
addendum now.
I don't know if I'm getting my facts right.
It's fine. They're all.
Yep. Here we are.
So he sends like the longest thing. I'm like, whatever, bro. And he sends a few songs, and it's like him playing guitar and singing, and I'm like, well, this guy sounds great. So I send it to the rest of the other band.
You both have good voices and complimentary voices too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
The
appreciate
trading,
that.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
trading back and
absolutely.
forth. It's different timbres. Like, and if you
And that's-
look for
I feel like that's how it should
Blink-182, those two timbres are dissimilar the same way.
You wouldn't think it, too.
In totally
Yeah.
different ways.
Yeah, you
as
wouldn't think-
well.
It's just
Yeah.
I'd rather hear two singers than like. There's a couple bands.
Yeah,
that have
dude.
that. Is it like STP or something that they have like some backup?
STP?
No, then it's someone else.
Can't be.
There's some band that's.
What if New Found Glory had two
It's like a
singers?
little
Some
bit-
of those songs might be a little better.
Well,
I love New
Yeah.
Found Glory.
Well,
I just mean that they're the same. They sound the same. Like you almost can't tell when the other person's singing. You're
oh,
like,
yeah.
you're
Yeah,
like,
that's-
all right.
that-
Like, I'd rather not have that. I'd rather not
George,
them not
John,
have-
and Paul. You're like, which? Well, I
Yeah.
think I know.
I'd rather there be one singer.
That is very
You know?
true,
Yeah, yeah.
especially between I would say George and Paul. Like a lot of the time, even sometimes,
Yeah.
even Lennon. Sometimes, like there was a lot
Lennon-
of
Penny Lane, I was like, what?
Lennon, I can kind of tell, but you're right.
there were a lot
George
of
and
early
Paul are
Beatles
different.
songs I thought were Paul songs, and
Oh,
they were
yeah.
Lennon.
Yeah.
so
100%.
But you guys are
dude,
serving the songs, so
100%.
these melodic lines are not only complementary, but like in the same theme, in the same movement of the chord,
Right, right.
You're not doing anything insane. It's all based in the major scales. So like, if he sings something soft and you sing something hard,
Yeah.
there might be some moments. But you guys blend together really well too.
whatever he just said.
The harmony stacks that you put on these songs are great. Is that part Cameron as well?
It is a yes and no thing.
Sorry, Brent enters.
So,
Fucking A,
and we'll
man.
definitely get there.
Okay.
So Brent comes in, right, and I'll never forget it. He comes in and he tries out, and the first night, it's not great to be honest. He hasn't played in a while. He's just trying to get back into it, and he even told us too. He was very rusty, and I remember thinking, whatever, blah blah blah. I never ever want to. I'm not a big believer in first impressions.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there was a part of me that was just like, in my gut, was like, give this guy another chance, blah, blah, blah. So I had texted him and I said, hey, do you just want to jam, just the two of us, and then you can come for another full band jam? He goes, sure.
That's wise.
So I come over and I'm like, and he goes, hey, I have this idea. And I know you already wrote the song, but you wrote the chorus this way, but this is what I hear. And you would think that like, oh, you're stepping on my shit, right?
Ballsy though, too.
And it
That
is
is
ballsy.
ballsy.
No, it is very ballsy.
It is, yeah.
But
And-
maybe it's also the like headspace that he sent you a giant email, then shit it on the first fucking practice. It was like I need to come with something now. Yeah.
Well, if he did, he wasn't thinking right. He's like, I'm gonna rewrite this guy's song. But it was a good suggestion, and that's where you need to try to separate yourself from the art a little bit, right?
Yeah.
This guy came in and arguably he made it what I thought better. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I like that, and we sit there and we jam it and
Dude,
we
it could have
practice
gone the other way.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
could have been like,
Yeah.
nah, dude.
yeah, fuck you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
This is my song. It's already done.
Right.
And
How
you just
dare you
wrote
come into
"Smells
my
Like
place?"
Teen Spirit." Yeah, you
I
wrote the
made you a
chorus.
sandwich.
I made you. I brought you fries.
That's my club soda you're drinking.
So afterwards, I tell the other guys because they really didn't like him at first.
Yeah.
I tell him, I'm like, dude, he's great. He came in.
Are
he
you
did
still on
that.
guitar?
Yeah, I'm still on guitar. We
So
have a bass
Team
player.
Rhythm says, dude.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
dude,
No
like-
other talking
That's
mouth
gotta
in
be
here.
hard.
Yeah.
So and this is story of my life, but basically I'm always. That's pretty good. So.
Bob Dylan, yeah.
I tell these guys, I'm like, he's all right. It's fine, right? So I'm like, just give him another chance. Have him come to practice. So he comes, and it's like night and day. He comes in and goes, I've been practicing this. Sounds great. Fantastic. I remember driving home and just thinking, like, being giddy. Like, it's like being on a good date.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
Dude, relationships.
Yeah.
No, you
So
you get what I'm saying?
I
I found
Okay.
someone.
It
Yeah,
is.
this
It's like I think I found.
We have a
yeah.
band agreement. We have a marriage, all right?
Right,
It's
right.
very
I
real.
don't remember it,
Right,
but
right,
yeah, I
and
signed
you
it.
have to love each other. You have to love what you're doing too,
Yeah.
right? And so driving home all giddy. Anyway, fast forward.
Oh, Brent.
We do a bunch of cool little cool things, and Tony leaves the band unfortunately just because he's busy and stuff like that.
Bands.
So bands. So one day, Brent and I are over at Gemini. We were at Gemini. and
Oh,
this
Shout
is-
out Gemini.
This is how I know you guys were over there.
Shout out Luke.
At
Shout out Gemini.
I love Luke.
Yeah.
Luke is great.
incredible.
And
What a
Luke's
tough fucking job. Shout out Gemini.
Yeah, use the coupon Taking Days for 10% off your rental
No,
at
that's
Gemini.
It's
sponsored
not
by-
true. That's not true.
Also, shout out Luke's wife. Luke's wife runs a breakup page. So if you guys ever need that, like, it's really
What's
it's
breakup?
really cool.
Oh, it's real?
No, it's really cool.
does that mean?
Like she gives like breakup advice. like if you're going through a breakup. No, seriously, it's called.
I could have just used that. That's great.
It's called your breakup bestie. If you guys, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. It's
Yeah,
useful.
what is
Yeah, you
advice.
got to
I'm
use
just
the code name Taking Days to get 25%
No, this one's
off
just
your
Cory.
recent.
Just
yeah,
Oh,
Cory.
sorry.
Yeah,
Use coupon code Cory
Okay.
or
to
Cornelius.
receive 11.5% off. I just got a call from the producer.
So, anyway, Brent's showing me this band, and they're
Just-
called
yeah.
Hey Stroker, and he goes, do you know who that?
I do.
Oh, really? That's really cool.
Yeah.
So that's Landon's first band, and he goes,
Yeah.
Hilarious.
he goes,
They had like a smoking pubs thing that was like Skippy.
Yeah. yeah, very
Yeah.
kind of metal. I'm sorry,
shit.
mellow
Hilarious.
melodies.
We may have played with them.
Yeah, I think so,
Really?
because it
No?
sounds
You know?
familiar.
like Chain
If you say
Reaction
we
Days.
played with
and-
False Empire too, we may have played with everyone, you know,
No. fucking
Yeah.
way. I'll have to ask
We are
Landon.
everyone.
That's so crazy.
or the show got canceled. I don't know, but I
Okay.
remember maybe Slide Bar.
Okay. Oh, I miss Slide Bar. Shout out to Slide Bar.
Shout out Slide Bar. Rest in fucking hell.
Rest in peace. Well, in hell. So we one day, he shows me this band. I'm like, oh yeah, the drummer would be perfect if he would want to come and play for us. And I'm thinking he would never want to come. We've done nothing at this point, right? We're like, there's no reason. I'm like, we're not even that great. Blah blah blah. So he hits us up 2 weeks later, and it's just like, yeah, I'd be willing to try out. And I think Brent had hit him up prior. So he comes to practice. Brent wasn't there. He kills it. He does great.
Okay.
I think he may have had a couple of drinks, but he still,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah, let's-
But he still did great. And then from there was the four of us until Cameron had to go to Washington. He had a kid. He had a kid
Oh.
prior.
Okay.
So that was his main priority.
better
Shout out
That was
to
his
Cameron.
band. That was
Yeah.
his band name, right? Kid Pryor.
Kid Pryor. That was
That's a good one. Hey, we're Kid
That's
Pryor.
not a bad band name.
Nope. You're welcome. I'm putting a
Actually,
little.
really not.
Putting a fucking.
Kid Pryor back.
Yeah,
This is recorded, right? We can copyright that.
We
I think
can,
we
but
just
it-
did. I think we just did.
It'll be up on YouTube in 2
Intellectual
weeks.
property rights, Your Honor. And I could actually fast forward to right here and say, Your Honor, and it'll go, Your Honor.
Right.
And then I could say, Your Honor, Your Honor, and it would go, Your Honor.
Right,
Wow.
right. And Your Honor, this
Your
is apple
Honor?
juice. We are.
Your Honor.
Your
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Kid Pryor.
okay, so let's fast forward a little bit. Okay.
Yes, sure.
All right.
Cameron.
It's 2020,
Yes.
right before
Right before
happened,
shutdowns,
right? Right
lockdowns.
before. Yeah, this is about January. I think we got started end of
Before we got the
2019.
microchips.
We're like, we're gonna do a album, and we had no direction. It was really weird. There was this almost kind of like back and forth between Brent and I, right?
Because how did that relationship kind of form, right? Because you're both contributing equal now.
Right.
And he's singing too.
And that was an evolution for me. It definitely was, because the way that I had pictured it was like, I'm gonna make Taking Days my thing.
Right.
I'm gonna make it like I'm gonna write songs. I'm gonna do all of this, and here this guy comes in like, here's this and that. And I'm like, okay. So there was a few times where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this or whatever. But I don't know. I just was like, he's a good guy, whatever. And some of the ideas that came together were really cool. So I'm like, I can't be biased. Like, I can't be like a dick about this.
You
know what I'm
compromised so
saying?
hard that you took up bass instead, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
and that's what basically happened was
well.
so this is funny. This is behind the music stuff.
Yes,
I-
yes, okay.
I had tried to break up Taking Days at a point. This was after Cameron had left.
Juicy.
And very juicy, very
I
juicy.
like this,
And
yeah.
I had texted the other guys saying that I remember we had a few shows planned. One of them was with 10-foot pole.
Cool.
And yeah, it was a really cool show. We had a lot of fun. And I had texted the guys, and I was like, this is how I'm feeling. And we were just very slow moving at the time. And I'm like, I just want to be doing something where I'm at least practicing a couple times a week, blah, 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 right? And they were cool about it. I talked to Brent on the side, and we were pretty much ready. Like, hey, we're going to depart, right? I think Landon was probably the only person who was like, hey, we have obligations, we need to do stuff. So they come out to one of my shows. I did a cover show. I used to have a cover band with it was like a Green Day Blink-182 cover band. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun.
Come on.
What's
So,
the name of that?
It was called American Enema.
Okay.
I
Don't want to be an American
Enema. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Great.
That was great.
Yeah.
And
It's Green 182. Go fuck yourself.
so they had come out.
Blink Day. Get the fuck out of town.
They had come out, and I remember Landon was there, and so was Brent. And I talked to Brent, and I don't know what it was, but like something in me was just like, you know what? And I looked at Brent, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, are you still down to try to practice? Like, maybe we can. It's kind of like a relationship. Like, are you still down to work this out?
Yeah.
I think there's something special here.
Promise,
Are you-
baby.
Yeah, I've changed, you know? Like, so he was like,
I'm not ready.
didn't even skip a beat. He was like, for sure, let's practice this day.
Cool.
Got back into it, and it was like nothing happened. But for a little bit, there was that little bit of misdirection, and with the vocal thing too. Like, don't get me wrong. And so here's where Cameron comes into play. So we had tried to record this album on our own right down the street from where I used to live in Rancho Santa Margarita in a place called Sound Connected.
Cool.
And really cool place, right? We had recorded maybe like fully 7 or 8 tracks. And I think we had like 11 or 12 on the album altogether. And what happened was COVID. So the studio completely shut down, and they were basically like, we're not taking anybody.
And they didn't even have a place to do it.
Had no place to do it, and we were starting on our album. And here I'm thinking, this is the end. This is it. Then this is fate.
We
Dude,
fucked, yeah.
Right.
It's all over.
I'm thinking, like, just go with the bunches. Like, this is just how it's fucking supposed to go, right? Luckily, Brent had gotten in touch with Cameron, had sent him some of the tracks, and Cameron said, yeah, I'm open. I'm down to do the album. Then we're like, okay, can you just, work off the tracks we have? He goes, no, we have to build it from the ground up. So I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
So we go in there.
Here's
and
voice memos in the car, you son of a bitch. What do you want?
I'll write lyrics on the way in.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, that's kind of, but seriously though,
We do that all the time.
working with Cameron is very, it will.
He's got a
humble
blueprint,
you.
man. He's got quite a track record.
Definitely.
Great sounding.
Not to me. I don't remember what.
All right, you please continue talking, and I'm going to get his highlights real quick because
He is.
no, but he enters and then
so
picks a few songs or something.
Yeah.
well, what
You
happened
start from
was
scratch.
he just. Brent sent him the songs, and he kind of vibed to them, right? And I think these were basically like just all the rhythm tracks. We didn't even do like leads or vocals. It's kind of vibing to him. He doesn't really get like the entire, I guess, idea of it, right?
Yeah. Or your picture that you made in your head.
Right.
Everyone hears it differently.
So we do it, and there's a couple times during recording, excuse me, where
Bless you.
I'm in the booth, and he goes, "Get out." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "I'm gonna have Brent do it." And I'm like, "What? What the fuck?" And Brent goes in, and of course he nails it. Of course, Brent's great. And I'm sitting there like, "Fuck, dude! Like, what the hell?" And he goes, "No, trust me." And he's like mixing the vocals and everything like that. And
Yeah.
what he comes out with is just fantastic, and it's just
I start at the bottom, so you have to go upwards.
you can't.
Oh, nice.
It was a real sense of direction for the first time with the group.
Totally.
And it wasn't just me getting out of the booth. Sometimes it was me playing the guitar in some parts, right? Where
Got
he'd be
it.
like, "Hey, let him play."
Wow, I
I'd
don't need to go any
play,
further.
and
That's
then
good.
Right? He rules. Yeah.
yeah,
No
it's-
idea.
So,
Yeah, he rules.
So many
Yeah.
things.
I just saw Motorhead and Kelly Clarkson.
Like
okay.
there's so much. So he knows music.
But by the way, he did my favorite Social Distortion album, and he has a picture in his studio of that time.
Dope.
And dude, the first time he told me that, I wanted to Wayne's World just like you're not worth.
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah.
fucking worship that album.
Yep.
So what he did for the band was he gave us a good sense of direction. You're strong at this. You're strong at this. Here's how you guys can kind of come together. Not in those words, but that's essentially
Yeah.
where he led us to.
Yeah. Dude, if he's the team coach,
Right.
let's go team.
and that's
Kelly
where
speaks like he's yawning. How does Cameron speak?
if what?
Kelly speaks like he's yawning.
Yeah.
And so Cameron,
How does Cameron sound? You saying he's-
Cameron? Oh, I think
he's
I'm
probably
trying to
kind of analytical, yeah?
Well, Cameron's very
I want to die like their tone.
So Cameron will be like, okay, so you'll be doing a line, right?
Of cocaine.
Of cocaine, allegedly. You'll be going through it, and he'll be like, okay, damn, I'm trying to do my best Cameron impression.
Oh, it's fine. Impressions
Let's do
are
it
tough.
again.
All right, take two. Okay.
Come on, let's go. He's very
High energy, huh?
No, he's very not.
Okay.
It's very hard to explain. He's just very he loves recording bands. If you have good energy, he's going to kind of give that back to you. But he's very, and I probably exaggerated a little bit, but he'll just be in there and he'll be like, just do it. He'd be like, hey, he goes, listen to this. All right, keep doing it. He goes, okay. He goes, okay. All right, let's do it. He goes, all right. I was like, pitchy, do it again. Pitchy, do it
Got
again.
it. He's keeping with the energy of what's being fed to him.
He doesn't want you to like lose any of that. He's it's a very good motivator, very good like coach.
Cool.
So we get through the first album that does, as well as it does, and we're very proud of that.
Yeah.
And we do the second album, and this time we're gonna approach it better, right? We're thinking like, fuck, we're gonna record all of these songs before, and we're gonna show it to him, and we're sitting there recording all these shitty ass demos, and we're thinking
Wait.
like, allegedly, and we're thinking this is so great, right? So we send it over to him, and Brent talks to him. He comes back to us. He goes, hey, he doesn't think the songs are ready. He wants us to come by and talk to us about what. And this is where any band out there, this is where working with Cameron is very, very important. You got to understand. Cameron will break you down, but not in a
Maliciously.
bad way. Exactly.
Yeah.
He just wants the best tune.
Yeah.
I remember we had...
It's constructive, but it is criticism.
It is criticism, and you have to be ready for that.
Constructive
We
is
had-
an 8-point font.
We had one song
But it's
where it was like
32
I was so in love with this song. I was like, I wrote it about this deep thing I was feeling, and
Yeah.
and I spent all this time. and
always the feelings that fuck
My
up songs.
soul.
My
Shit
soul.
this out.
and
please.
I recorded
It's
it on my
always the
phone, and I was going over different melodies, and I was
Sure.
like, I got it.
Yeah.
And he listens to it and goes, your chorus isn't good. Your chorus isn't good. Your intro's up here.
Headlock.
Your verse is down here, and your chorus is down here, and I'm like, holy
Full
shit.
headlock and full Nelson. You're like, you have 4 arms?
That's exactly what. That's exactly.
You have 4 arms?
That is.
How are you doing this to me?
That is the best way to
Your
describe it.
chorus is no good. That's the whole
God.
idea, though.
Dude, that's just a full fucking Nelson.
Yeah.
So-
That's
No,
what
no,
that
no.
is.
With a headlock.
That's a-
Someone
that's a
else is
good- yeah.
headlocking. Yeah, I
He's a
get it.
fucking dude.
Yeah.
It feels
But you know
like-
what? He's probably right.
And he's probably right.
Yeah.
And he was.
fine.
And so.
I sent a dude one of the riffs and then the chorus I had in mind, and it was like dee 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 doo 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 doo, and it was like that over and over again. He was like, nah, it should be like doo 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 doo. I was like, whatever. That's so much lazier and stupid.
Well, Craig, you're doing like the fish don't fry in the kitchen or whatever the hell. That's
Oh my god!
That's the fucking goddamn melody.
I was
you're
doing the
trying to-
Jeffersons.
Yes, dude.
Oh no!
So what'd you go with?
I went with his
It's
idea.
bless my soul.
And
yeah.
and is it
Yeah.
a song you like?
We love playing it.
Yeah? Yeah.
Everyone loves it. And
stuck around for a
those
while.
choruses on those hits instead, those hits are like slam, slam, slam. And one of them even goes like slam, 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 full pause, back into the chorus. Like,
Yeah. It's such a good
way
live
more,
song, especially
way
for-
more dynamic.
yeah,
and I
dynamic.
totally understand where he's coming from. That's what you want out of this song.
That's what you want out of a producer.
Let me do that instead.
Right.
That's what you want.
There's somebody who understands what the strongest part of a song is, right? How do you bring that out?
Yeah.
So we go back, and he's telling me that the intro is the strongest part of the song. So I'm thinking like, well, what if the melody is the intro then?
Sure.
Because the intro chords is the chorus or
Of
whatever,
course.
right?
Yeah.
So I do that, and I present it to the band, and they all look at me and they're like, "That's cool. I like the way you're singing it. Blah blah blah. That's awesome."
Eureka!
Yeah.
And we had one of those
Eureka.
moments, right? So we bring it to Cameron, and this is how you know. If anybody works with Cameron, this is how you know you did well. He's not going to be like, "That's fucking great. Get in there." He's not going to be like that. He's going to
Kelly
be like,
Clarkson, if you're listening.
he's just going to be like, "Cool. Go in there and do it." And that's how you know, because he does not. And here's the secret, and I'm sure you guys know too. Never think you're good enough. Obviously, don't overthink it, right? Simple is great, but at the same time, never think that like what you're doing at first
Dude,
is the shit.
My phrase
Ever.
is, if you're ripe, you're rotten.
Right. that's
Fucking
that's a
it,
good
dude.
one.
Never think you're at your peak, because you're fucking not. There's people that are goddamn, like Les Claypool's still out there fucking playing.
Right.
You think he thinks he's perfect? No. He's gonna go out there and try to murder in some way, other weird fucking way.
Back to
Like-
Randy Rhodes. He was taking lessons
He's
until
dead.
he died. He was taking lessons.
get
And
killed,
he just
right?
kept taking lessons.
By the way,
he didn't stop.
shout out to all the people
I
who
quit.
take
You
lessons.
quit. Did you take lessons?
Dude,
You
For
know, orchestral
guitar?
band? Yeah.
Yeah,
for-
I did like fucking so many
you quit.
instruments.
Randy Rhodes died before he quit
Dude,
taking
I-
lessons.
He
think
died
it's-
not quitting.
I think it's fucking lame to bag on people who've taken lessons. I think
Oh,
I think taking
God.
lessons has got, even when I'm like talking to
It's
you
how
guys about like
Oliver
taking
pays
lessons.
his bills,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
It's,
he
he
literally
teaches
teaches. That's what he
No,
does.
teaches a bunch of instruments too.
I thought you guys would like judge me. I'm like, dude, I've talked to self-taught people like all the time who are like, "Oh, you got lessons?" No, dude.
Nah, man.
You know what?
YouTube University is so real, and everyone, if you're trying to learn something, just do it.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
Especially
The thing is,
yeah.
But nothing beats face to face. We learned that during pandemic.
But it's like you know who's fucking cool? Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
And you know what's even fucking cooler is that he was taught by Yoda. He was
Exactly.
taught by a fucking like he was taught by somebody who knew what they were
As
doing.
much as you love Luke, you love Yoda a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's the master. We've
he's
all
the
had
master.
a mentor or teacher in our life that has really made
Dude,
a
shout
difference,
out
right?
teachers, though,
Shout
right?
out to teachers,
Oh
right?
my
Yeah.
God,
My
they don't
girl's a
get
teacher.
paid enough. Yeah, no, they don't
They
get
don't
paid
get paid
enough.
They
enough
don't.
at all.
The shit they have to deal with.
Yeah.
She back in session?
Yeah, she's back in session.
Is she back on cigarettes?
No, you know what?
She's moved to bourbon. I see.
No, you know she doesn't smoke. She wants me to quit this, which I'm sorry.
It's better than cigarettes. We don't smell as bad.
That's
I smoke forever.
you know we were talking about that. She goes, at least it doesn't stain everywhere. You
Yeah.
know,
dude.
yeah, I'm just.
I can't even allegedly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
my-
just
my,
fact. That's
my
science.
mom and my brother
Defend it,
still
but, you
smoke.
know, we got
So
that.
anytime I go home, when I fly back here, like I'll get off the plane and my luggage smells like cigarettes. I'm like, dude, it smells like a fucking back home bar. Like it's like I stayed all day at the bar, but
Yeah.
this is my whole luggage.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
life smells like cigarettes right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're is it 7 gross?
8.
8? Okay, they're gross. Sorry, against cigarette smokers? I don't know, but
Wait,
you know,
really? Is that racist?
Bloomberg was right.
Is
I
that-
don't know.
Are you born a cigarette smoker?
No.
What's your ethnicity?
The argument is addictive personalities, and so
Addictive
and so the rebuttal on that side is that tobacco companies prey on addictive personalities, and so it's the perfect drug for those people, and that's politics.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we solved it,
Great. I like
and
it.
everyone shall know, but it stains a lot less.
Dude, I mean, cigarettes are,
Smells a
they
lot
have to be
less.
down like a tremendous percentage.
God, I hope so.
Because
I would think so.
from going like, I mean, we grew up where you could fucking
Evil
smoke in restaurants, so you have smoking and not
corporations.
smoking areas, to like not being able to smoke in bars anywhere anymore,
Truth.org.
and then cutting down that at bars. So like, cigarette smoking has to be like at a fucking all-time low.
But do you guys think this is like better? This is like when I tried this the other day. All I thought was, this is the greatest fucking tasting thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
that, if I
there's
was 15,
propylene glycol in here,
Right.
which is absorbed by your
Okay,
body.
hang
It's
on,
not
hang on. That's
harmful.
inside baseball, which is probably another thing.
Oh.
I want to get back to music
Wait, we're
because
back.
yeah, because
Welcome to Consistently Off.
is it
we are consistently
is it healthier than cigarettes? If you're a pack smoker a day and you move to this and it lessens it, yes, absolutely.
If you're a pack smoker,
If you smoke one cigarette on the weekends and you move to this and you find yourself nonstop, no,
Yeah.
absolutely
I
not.
definitely
problem
find
is-
this too readily available.
That's
so I
all.
do smoke
That's
it.
all.
problem
That's
with
all.
this is you feel entitled to
I don't
smoke
know.
it everywhere.
Yes.
I'll go to the bathroom at a restaurant. I go to the stall.
Oh, yeah,
just to
dude.
have a couple hits of this.
I mean,
Just to have a
wait,
couple hits.
do you go to the bathroom?
I go to the wait, you just do
Do it at the
it
table.
at the table?
Yeah, that's correct.
Wait, what, how do you
We'll be at a fucking expensive ass restaurant. I'll
Do you
be
just-
like,
you just ghost it?
He goes rides the whip. Yeah,
He goes rides the whip, for sure.
Nick,
Yeah,
Nick
yeah,
is
yeah.
I don't give a
okay.
shit, dude. Get out of
No,
here.
yeah.
Smell my aloe grape.
I gotta move up and up and up. Working with Cameron's, you work with this
Oh,
this
yeah.
second time, and then this record. S-BAM, come on, spams, but it's S-B-A-M.
You know what? I've heard it been called both. I call it S-BAM.
I'm
That's how
covering
I call it.
all of it because I have
S-BAM?
no idea. Because shout out Wiretap,
Shout out
who
Wiretap. Hey,
put
Rob.
out like some of the best, I don't know, Southern California, just
Yeah, a lot of our
pop
friends,
punk
dude.
records in the last 10
Love
years
you
or so.
guys. Odd
Yeah.
Robot, Tiny Stills,
Oh my God,
Bristol.
Spanish love
Bristol,
songs.
Spanish- yeah.
Yeah, dude. Just
Yeah.
like what
So
is
many
like
great
quintessential fucking Southern California pop.
Dude, they're doing
For
what
sure.
like Drive-Thru should have been doing, what Fueled by Ramen should have been doing.
Dude, it's
what
definitely drive-through-esque, right?
it's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Fat
You said it and I was
Wreck-ish,
like, damn, that is
yeah,
very
Rob
on
fucking,
point.
he rules.
Yeah,
he
right,
rules.
right. I feel like S-BAM, and I don't know too much about it. Bowling for Soup got signed to them, by the way,
Yeah.
which is shout out to Bowling for Soup.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
Bowling for Soup
shout out
is great, dude.
Victory Kid.
Victory Kid. Oh,
Victory Kid.
yeah. Yeah, I saw that
We've
too,
known
yeah.
them for a long
Yeah.
time too.
Yeah. Oh,
Shout out
really?
Harrison. Shout out fucking Carlo. Like, yeah.
A lot of cool stuff. Definitely a cool
You guys
label.
should
I
hear.
feel
You
like
guys should hear Film Speed.
Yeah, you
shout-
guys. No, but we're not your, we're not
Shout
your
out
just
to
genre.
kidding.
shout out to
kidding.
Film Speed.
No, we're not your
No,
genre.
no,
We're
I'm
not-
just
we're not.
kidding.
Well,
We're not their genre.
We're not.
But it's been, I mean, so far we're definitely newbies on the label.
Sure, sure.
It's been cool so far.
Dude,
Really,
you're not treated bad though in any way.
No,
I
no,
see your
definitely
show
not.
flyers and shit. I'm like, dang.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, they have great artwork. Really,
Well, even
it's
the people that you're playing with.
it's all 55 Rose Records. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but yeah, it should be 55 Rose Records.
55 rows.
And Imperium Clothing, if you guys have ever seen
Cool.
that anywhere. Shout out to John. But yeah, they've had a very big hand in all this happening. Dorothy House Media as well. Covert Booking.
Dude,
We were just added
teams,
on,
right?
which is really cool. No,
Covert booking, stealing that.
it really is about having the support.
Yeah.
You know, there. If you can't, man, if you don't have that, it's hard, dude.
It is,
It's a
though.
hard.
We're looking for a
thing in the
booking agent
world.
right now. Because it's just like, we can't be doing what we're doing anymore.
No, you got to shop around for teams
Look at-
because teams
yeah.
have networks, and time in a network is everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care if we're not making any money on shows. Just let's get in front of people.
Yeah,
And new
yeah,
eyes.
yeah,
New eyes
yeah.
is the other thing. It's like,
And
all
that-
of our friends are awesome.
I mean, how's your TikTok game otherwise, right?
The problem with TikTok is
Everything?
you don't
Or-
want to
well,
do
every-
it, and neither do we. That's the problem.
It's not a punk rock media.
No.
right. Well, no, it's not. It's fun. The idea of it is fun because I mean, think about it this way: if this was like 30, 40 years ago, would some of those bands be doing the same thing? Probably, right?
They would have to.
And
if that was like the nature of
if that was the nature of it, right? But they can kind of make it their own way, and people cared more about live music at that point, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, here's the issue, and this is my biggest issue with
The
TikTok.
double-edged sword.
Is
yeah.
that well? It definitely
It's
is. right?
availability.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it makes everybody the star. So I'm not looking for TikToks.
Yeah.
I'm looking to create a TikTok.
Yeah.
Right? You get what I'm saying? And I'm
Exactly.
looking for you to look at my TikTok. And I'm sorry, but it's kind of like being in a band.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking to support your band. I'm looking for your to support my band. No, but that is true. There's a lot of bands nowadays, right? And that is also part of it as well.
Bands.
No, no, it
if
really,
we're going to compare like the 30 years ago, the one thing that was nice about 30 years ago is that it was hard to make a record.
it was.
Someone
it was.
couldn't.
It was
Someone couldn't
hard.
just do it on their phone. Like, do you have the recording software? Yeah, just do it. GarageBand's right here.
There
And-
are so many elements that are different from that time, to this time.
Yeah.
And I'm not bagging on anybody. If you're a creator, if you're a content creator,
That takes
all the
a
love.
schedule.
Yeah, it does. It does. It is hard work, and all the love to you, right?
Yes, if you're
Yeah.
independently wealthy, I would recommend you look into it.
Dude, think about this. 30 years ago, like
I do a travel blog about flying around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
loops were only acceptable in what, like R&B and hip hop.
Right.
Like you could never do a
samples, sure.
loop
Yeah, sure.
for a pop song. It would need to be
Okay.
done like right then and there.
Here's
But
what I have to do.
Nowadays, all you gotta do is hit 2 B.
I'm going to go straight dry erase for maybe
Yeah.
like the next couple topics.
Okay.
And this one is, what's the first concert you ever saw?
Oh yes.
Oh,
grabbing the last
me?
beer.
The first concert that you ever saw.
First concert.
How old are you? And you know, even if it's something terrible,
Oh yeah.
your
no.
mom was full into music.
No,
so-
actually, my first was great. Same with losing my virginity. Just kidding.
Oh, we are in
I gotta-
almost
I gotta
after
pee and grab
hours.
this.
Okay, yeah,
Save
yeah,
the
yeah.
virginity.
Yeah, I'll write that
just,
down.
just kidding. That was horrible.
Oh my God, we've been trying to capture this one story about virginity, and wow. Okay, but please, first concert?
It was Blink 182
What?
at the Hard Rock Casino
Are you
in
fucking with me?
Las Vegas.
What?
Yeah. We were
Hard
on
Rock,
our way.
Las Vegas. How old are you?
I was 14 years old. Okay,
You're 14.
so this
Hard Rock,
coincides.
Vegas, Blink.
This coincides with the learning guitar thing.
That's your first concert.
That was my first concert.
Okay, that's
Blink
great.
182.
Yeah.
So I'm learning how to play "Stay Together for the Kids,"
Fuck
Right?
me.
and I couldn't get it right.
Great song.
I couldn't get it right. I remember like really struggling with it. I'm like 14 at the time, right? My
And you already know Metallica.
right. Yeah, I know a little bit of Metallica, right? But I'm really struggling. I don't know why. I have no idea, and maybe because my teacher didn't
I have to
show
throw a
me.
wild pitch. This is a pause. Ready? 1 out of 10. Weird Al.
Oh, 10.
Let's go back.
10, yeah.
Okay. His first concert is Blink 182 at the Hard
Fuck
Rock
yeah.
in Vegas. He's 14. That's
Dude,
nuts.
Wait, is anybody on this for Weird Al anything but a 10?
Oh my God, right? I'm just, some people are like, oh, I don't know. I'm
You know,
like,
I've seen him
back up.
live.
when? Oh. Okay,
I
sorry.
was about 15 or 16 for that one.
Okay,
But that-
great.
Great concert.
But
yeah.
you're 14, it's Blink at Vegas.
So we're on the way on the radio
Hard
because
Rock.
people used to listen to the radio.
Yeah.
They announced that, hey, Blink 182 is playing the Hard Rock, and I joked to my dad. I say, you know, how funny would it be if we went and we got tickets for that? Oh, what's that?
It's this is a still. Oh my God! It's still bootleggers. This is going to
Such a
be
bad
a far
boy.
out IPA, and this is with their Thai tea. They have like 3 other variations of the far out IPA. Their flagship IPA. Could you,
I will
Nick,
take
if you don't
Very
mind,
small amount.
yeah, could you also please serve yourself because I don't know your servings. Could you also grab waters because I definitely have cotton mouth from.
From the pen of death.
Yes. So that's that's the same
So-
beer with a Thai tea. So.
Okay,
You're learning to sit together for the kids. You couldn't get it quite right.
Couldn't
to go
get
to the
it-
show.
couldn't get it quite right, and Dad gets us tickets for the show.
Yes,
Shout out
I
to
know,
my
it's a lot of
brother.
beer, right? Yeah.
My brother had met 2 random
They're cool.
girls
Warm, so I'm gonna take
at the
that
casino,
instead,
and they were going to the same show.
Hard Rock Vegas. I'd have to look up capacity on that, but it's probably like I don't know.
I think it's like 450 or something.
It's
No.
not much. It's like under
No more than the
1,000,
original
right?
House of Blues
Like-
in Anaheim, the
Okay,
downtown
so
Disney
like
one.
under
I would say-
1,500, under $2,000.
I would say like 800.
800,
I would
right?
say I think the capacity
Yeah.
at that was like
Big
8
room,
or
but like
900.
still really intimate.
Right, very
Yeah.
intimate. No, it was a great show, and so my brother meets these 2 girls.
Oh, it's
they
1,200.
they drive us all over,
12. Okay.
and
with
I
that?
wait, what?
1,200.
1,200.
It's fine. Yeah.
So,
It's not 12 o'clock.
I'm like, whoa! I'm like, there's no fucking way.
4 hours
so
later.
I'm like, whoa.
We speak in military time. It's part of Detroit. I don't know. I'm just. I don't know.
So we drive
this is
on.
not bad.
We
Okay.
drive on over, and I remember making friends with the girl's like little brother.
Tight.
Really nice guy. Shout out to that dude.
Shout out that too.
Shout out, Josh.
But we go and we watch the show, play their whole set, and at one point they play that song, and I remember I was maybe like 5 or 6 people away from like the band, so it was pretty close.
You're 5 or 6 rows from the front. Tom DeLonge
And
is sweating.
I was progressing too. I was at the back in the beginning. I remember I
You
never.
kept snaking?
Yeah, I've never
Solo? Did you
I've never
solo
been to a
snake?
show, and I just thought like, well, whatever. If you
You're
want to get to
14.
the front, you get to the fucking front.
That's
so
right.
I was just kind of like snaking my way through each song. So I'm watching him play this riff, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So we go and we hang out after, blah blah blah. Anyway, we go home, and I ran up to my room, and I grabbed my guitar, and I go. And then
Sick, dude.
I go,
Adams.
I can fucking play this song. Like it was so cool. No, it was
Yeah.
like because it was like having your guitar teacher play it, right?
No joke,
And
though.
It really
Dude.
was. And
I still watch concerts like that today. I don't like jam out and shit. I like literally just focus on who's playing and like watching what they do.
Right.
Like I'd rather do that than be like, oh, this is a whole thing. I'm like, yeah,
And-
this
and
is a whole thing.
Music Clutch
but these-
Cargoes for the Absolution tour.
There-
There's like 60 people there. I was like, wow, I just learned a lot.
Dude, yeah, I
there's
sat there and I was like,
nothing.
I learned a lot.
There's nothing like watching the person who wrote that song perform that song, because you can criticize their performance all you want, but there is a natural groove
yeah.
that person has. You know what I'm saying?
There's no criticizing unless it's like Connor Oberst.
right.
Someone needs to.
I love Bright Eyes, dude. I listen to that.
His latest videos I've been watching, he's just a shitbag.
Yeah,
He's gone Morrissey. It's fine.
The music's great.
It's
Like
fine.
I
Yeah.
the album that came out like 2017 or something
I,
was great.
So is Morrissey.
I think like
No.
about like a year or two ago, I was like, and not to get too deep into it, but I was like kind of depressed,
Uh-huh.
and you know what? Coincidentally, I got really into Bright Eyes.
Yeah. Well, that
No,
shit,
straight up
It's
though,
perfect
like,
music to do it.
no, it was weird.
Take
Yeah.
a sad song and make it better.
Yeah, yes.
Yes?
It was weird because I ever since I was a kid, I thought I don't get it because I was never like, yeah, I went through my
Yeah.
phases, but I was never like really like that. And I think last year was the first time in my adult life I was like, wow, I think this is what depression is like. And all of a sudden I'm like, I'm listening to Bright Eyes. I'm like, I think I get it.
Jimmy
Connor will
World-
be there for you.
Connor will
He
be
is
there
very
for you.
sad. He is
Jimmy
very,
World was one of those
very
bands for me
sad.
where like I started it when I was a teenager.
I was going to
like,
liken a
this is
few
so
of your
angsty.
melodies to a Jimmy Eat World
Yeah.
as well. Because
Yeah.
some of those melodies
lot of
do,
people say that.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
come across soaring in the emo way where it meets the chords in a different way that pop punk does. There's aggressive pop punk and there's shouting and stuff like that, but your use of melodies does lend itself to if you guys open for Jimmy, that would make sense to me still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I appreciate
even
that, yeah.
even with some of the punk beats, all that stuff. But like
Right.
even some of the breakdowns, whatever. Jimmy still covers those sounds too.
I think the cool part about
Jimmy's awesome. Just so you know.
Jimmy
yeah,
rules.
I
Yeah.
love
Fucking love
Jimmy
that
World.
guy.
I actually have.
Jew is the best.
Futures is life saving. Yeah.
I love Futures. I think that's
My
such an
favorite.
What's the
underrated
best record?
album.
What's the best record?
You
It's
know what?
Futures
Bleed
for me, 'cause
American. I'm sorry. Bleed American
that
had
cherry chapstick song.
four-
Fucking.
Bleed American had.
had.
I'm sorry, 5 singles. 5 singles,
It
like
did,
on
though.
K Rock,
That
that
thing
you
is
would hear.
gnarly.
That's
Dude.
half an album for
I
some
can't
bands.
argue.
Like that's
I
fucking
can't argue.
crazy,
Yeah.
though.
That was
Yeah.
the first Warped Tour I went to, and they were handing out that demo on top of their van. I still
No
have that.
way.
I got
Okay,
home.
best show you've ever
That's-
been to. Best show you've ever been to.
I would say Iron Maiden.
Oh my god.
Iron Maiden, like Orgasmic.
Of course.
Yeah,
When?
Orgasmic. This was probably 2013 or 14, and this was at the Verizon at the Meadow.
Great.
And Coheed and Cambria had opened from, and I'm a
Shit.
huge
There it
Coheed
is.
and Cambria fan.
We literally
so-
sent Oliver to see them for like their anniversary, didn't we?
Yeah, great band.
Or maybe he
Motion
went on
City.
his Motion City.
Yeah.
I
Same.
love Motion City
Dude,
soundtrack.
Kind of the same band.
And by
not
the way,
same, but
they
band.
opened up for Blink for my first concert.
Okay, we need at least 2 members and then Oliver here as well because he'll go hard on the albums, on the B-sides. He'll
Oh,
go
yeah,
hard
I
on all
love
that
that
shit.
shit. Dude, they
and
have-
video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
I love it.
I know.
Wait, what's your
Yeah.
video game? Right now.
We didn't talk about. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I
Okay,
just
it's
got done
on.
with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom,
Okay.
which is I sunk about 180 hours.
What?
Is that
into
the best
that.
Zelda?
Is Nintendo?
Because you just got done with it.
We're about.
Which
Is
means-
the Switch your go-to right now too?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm
I'm a
the Switch is
PC
great for everything.
loyalist.
I don't know if I can ever answer like what my favorite Zelda is, but I can tell you that.
Gun to your head. Gun to your head. Gun to your head. 5,
Ocarina of Time.
4, 3.
Damn it, Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
But only because
Because you're not 90s kid.
yeah, because I grew up with
Yeah,
it.
but it's
That's
like,
it.
what's
That's
your-
all there-
64
that's all
rules.
there- But
Dude, what's your
every-
favorite Super Mario? Super Mario 64.
64. Yeah.
Super Mario 64. Mine's 3.
Yeah, get out of here. It's not that good.
3 is
Not
great,
that
though.
good, dude.
3. When it
So
comes to side
repetitive.
scrollers, it's either 3 or World.
When it
for
comes
me.
to side
Yeah,
scrollers,
that's what you have to put in there. Because
Talk
64.
about elitist. I'm
No.
talking about the greatest games.
Yeah,
No, but-
Christ.
but there
64
is-
was the first to do all that
there is-
fucking
They're
giant.
teaming up on me.
Wait, hold on. So
Don't think
60
Oliver would be on your side. You'd be
Banjo
alone.
Kazooie is better than Mario 64.
I don't know about that
I'd put
one.
Spyro
I don't know
above
about that one.
Banjo-Kazooie.
No, I don't know about that one. So my favorite Mario.
getting tough.
God, I really liked Odyssey. I thought Odyssey was exceptional. I thought Odyssey was the best
can't
thing
speak on
since.
I didn't play it.
I thought it was great.
Okay.
Honestly,
Are you
that
Nintendo
could be-
loyalist?
No.
Okay.
I would say, if anything, I'm more of a PlayStation loyalist.
Who has the best
Okay.
platform?
PC race.
Well, damn it! Every PC person says that though.
I know.
Don't
That's
trust
why I
a
said
PC
it.
Because it's a
person.
cult, 'cause it's a cult.
it is
Who's
a
playing
cult.
Starfield right now? This guy.
No.
Yeah, but that's
Oh,
like-
yeah, of course you
Yeah.
are.
Bethesda, dude.
I
course
drive
you
a
are.
Bethesda
Datsun.
whore.
You
I
drive a
drive a
Datsun. Okay, that answers.
I don't
I drive a
drive a Datsun.
Volvo. Yeah, you drive a Volvo. I'm talking about platforms. I'm talking about
Yeah, PC.
game designers who make games for platforms.
Yeah, PC's a platform.
We're talking about NES. We're talking about Xbox. We're talking about PlayStation. We're talking about
So,
if we had to go
I
with
mean,
not
the-
a PC,
Neo,
PlayStation.
No,
Geo.
I'm PlayStation
the
for
the
like,
greatest era of gaming was the
Dreamcast.
PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah.
I don't
PS2?
care what anybody says.
Tokyo
PS2
Extreme Racer
was,
Zero.
No, I'm telling you,
One of the best games.
SSX Tricky.
Do you have a
Final
PS2 right now?
Fantasy
Would you
X.
rebuy one?
Oh, I would rebuy one in
Okay.
a heartbeat. Actually, I love
You could just
retro
buy a
games.
PC
I
and
love
just
retro
ROM it
games.
all.
I'm playing The Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages.
He says
which
you
was
can
a-
PC it all.
Wait, well, of course you can. Steam. There's Steam.
Just get a USB
But here's the
PlayStation
messed
2
up
remote.
part, though. Like, and here's how spoiled we are with
Yeah.
Steam. You can also do mods. That's
Yeah.
great. Don't get me wrong. That's great. You're not playing the game
You're
as
not
it
playing the
was
game.
intended.
No.
I
You're
know.
not. I'm sorry. You're playing the game with Game Shark. That is the equivalent of Game Shark to me. It is.
No.
Game
I'm sorry.
If you're modding, you're definitely game sharking.
You're
But
definitely game
If you're
sharking. I'm sorry.
ROMing, it's the same shit.
And
you're
that's
just
fine.
on a better screen.
There is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with like being like, hey, I want to play Grand Theft Auto, except I want to play as Goku. You know, like there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
That's not my thing. I want to play the game as it was intended to play because
Yeah.
there was intent
Right.
with how it was played.
I'm going to play
Playing
street
around-
ball basketball, but no one can block my shots. You're like, what? Are you
will-
playing
well,
that's
basketball
hacking.
then?
That's
Yeah.
hacking.
I will only play Blitz 2004 on an arcade machine.
That's right.
That's how
Yeah.
I knew it.
But
That's
imagine
how I
no,
played.
but imagine this, and maybe this isn't a fair comparison.
Okay.
But imagine your favorite Jimi Hendrix song. Think your
Okay.
favorite Jimi Hendrix song, and think you can mod it.
Why?
Think about
I
that.
mean, they do it with
But
remastering.
why? Yeah, but why?
But that's
oh,
what-
they do it with remastering. The Beatles should not be.
That's different. That's different. So
Some of those
when-
Beatles
when
should
it's the
not be in
same
stereo.
Is it?
That's all
When
I'm
it's the
saying.
same, no, it is. When it's the same
Those
game.
remasters are in stereo when it was recorded in mono.
No,
it was
no, no.
mixed for mono.
Yeah. See, exactly. It's a touch-up.
It's-
It is
my
a
new
touch-up.
metalcore band, mixed for mono.
All they're doing
Get
is
Briar.
digging up the artifact and they are dusting it off more.
That's right.
They are it's like a photo. It's like a really old
Wait.
photo of you and your nana, right? Or something
So
like
you
that,
only
right?
have A New Hope on VHS
Dude, that'd be badass.
or Betamax.
Dude, I'm pretty
as
sure.
God intended.
Dude, I think there's only like 1,000 of those. Like
I
left.
know,
I don't think.
I know.
Yeah, dude.
But the THX, the special edition, the reissues, the remasters, all that.
Unopened Super Mario 1 went for 1.4 million.
Holy shit!
Fuck.
I just want you to
Oh, I
know
believe that.
I blew his mind with Pokio cards because the Charizard goes
Pokio.
for
I
like
will buy all of your
Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Pokio.
No,
I'll buy
dude.
all
Pokemon
Yu-Gi-Oh
cards. Yeah,
cards.
400,000 or something.
That's what I'm saying. Charizard is like the Bentley of little kids.
Yeah.
You know,
It really-
you're
it really was.
fucking, you're cruising.
Didn't Logan Paul like wear a card like around his neck for
Oh,
something?
probably.
Like,
That guy, yeah,
The
probably.
card that he
fought
bought,
somebody?
the story behind that is the card that he bought was rated as a 9. Then he bought it and got it re-rated, but let them know.
appraised?
Or yeah.
Yeah.
But they rate it like it's like a certain grade.
Well, they can go
for
fuck
grade.
themselves. No one's heard the last
He let
Wu-Tang record
that
still.
company know that it was him, and he got a 10 on that card.
When's the next show?
You're welcome.
You know, it's so funny. I was just thinking about that.
Because the first single drops probably
September 22nd?
before this
Episode
episode
goes out.
drops.
So
Because we're about 2
We're
weeks
2
out.
Are we
yeah,
3 now?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We're
I think
about
we're
2 weeks
2.
out.
Yeah. So listen to the new single. It's called.
The
Oh,
28th, so it'll
Least
be out for
of
almost a
all
week.
you.
Oh yeah,
Least
All
of
You,
all
yeah.
Pretty cool.
I saw the teaser. Yeah. Ooh, could you send that to us because this episode will come out post release of that.
I'll send that to you right
So,
now.
So I'll slam it
Well,
on.
I'll get
put
your
it-
number after.
Content
and then-
Yeah.
ID will,
I'll put it
do
on
the
the
whole
end,
thing.
and if you demonetize us, doesn't matter. We don't make money off this anyways.
So hold on. What was I going to say? Can we cut the next part? If I tell you, okay.
We'll
if
cut
the-
now.
wait.
Wait, like the
No,
song,
no,
the song's already
hold
coming
on.
in. What?
No, it's
Okay.
not that. It's not that. So the next show, if everything goes well,
Yes.
and it may not, and this is why I'm saying maybe cut it.
Okay.
We will be doing a run with Diesel Boy.
Dope.
From Vegas to Arizona to
Dope.
Costa Mesa
1, 2,
at the
3.
Wayfarer.
Dope.
Yeah. So I don't know where the other venues are. It could be Yucca.
Okay.
For Arizona, I'm sure you guys have
Yucca
played
Tap
there
Room.
before, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
That place is great, dude. It's what the fuck.
4 or
what?
5 days, something like that. A little run.
What is
weekend
that
run or
room?
like
Yeah.
week run.
Yeah,
5
exactly. A little
rooms?
week, just a weekend. That's
when,
it.
when
October.
Cool. Mid.
Yes,
Early?
it's going to be October 13th through the 15th.
Cool.
So
Okay.
October 13th will be in Vegas. October 14th will be in Arizona. And the 15th, we will be at the Costa Mesa at the Wayfarer. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out Wayfarer. We
So,
love
Yeah,
that.
we're
I
gonna be
love
there.
the
We're gonna be
Wayfarer.
there
I
mid November.
We're gonna be all November. We're doing a residency.
doing
It's gonna be
residency
great.
there.
Ooh, no way. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
catch a couple of those.
Please,
okay,
please,
yeah.
please.
All right, we're fading this shit in.
Okay.